the screensavers on my computer, but anyway, that's neither here nor there for you folks. I'm gonna mute myself, go for a day, do that thing.
What's going on, everybody? This show is for educational and entertainment purposes only. I think that made sense. You have to be 21 and over to be here. If not, you have to get out. That means you. Back to you, Toro.
Much. I don't think I'm logged into the right account, but that's okay right now. We'll just deal with it because actually it's not that important for now. Folks, welcome to the show. Like Dee said, rather, it's a show for adults only. So if you're a kid, please leave, go do something else, go watch Sesame Street or cartoons or Disney Channel or whatever it is that you do. Honestly, something else, tennis, I don't even know. But just don't watch this. Go watch The Wall. I don't care. Go watch The Wall for all that matters. But please don't go watch this show unless you're an adult, in which case you are more than welcome. Super, super welcome. Sit back, relax, puff a joint, light up a bong, whatever. Take some edibles, whatever you do, folks. If you don't imbibe, that's fine too. You're not required to. You can totally hang with us just for fun. We like to think we have a pretty good vibe here, pretty decent conversation. So, of course, everyone is welcome. Honestly, that's kind of the unwritten rule, basically, that I've been surprised that people have kind of attacked the show for. Basically, it's a show for everyone. So, folks, if you are a grower, not a grower, if you're thinking about growing, if you've been growing for 157 fucking years. Also, you're probably a vampire, but in the meantime, vampires probably want to get high too. So, you're welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen. If you guys would like to talk about weed, if you'd like to talk about seeds, if you'd like to talk about genetics, if you'd like to talk about drones, whatever, we talk about all kinds of stuff. So, folks, you're more than welcome. Please do say hello in the chat. We'd like to get to know you. If you haven't said hello in the chat before, by the way, there is a YouTube chat. If you didn't know, you have to scroll down, scroll down, scroll down, keep scrolling down past all the weird recommended Logan Paul and all that shit. And then finally, you'll get to YouTube chat way at the bottom. And then finally, once you activate it, it'll be in a normal place. You don't have to scroll for eternity. But in the meantime, do say hello, folks. We'll get to, if you do get to say, or I'm fucking babbling like a crazy person. If you say hello, we'll get to know you and we'll get to know about what you grow or whatever it is you'd like to share with us. If you have any questions, if you have comments about what we're talking about, if you have hopefully positive criticisms or ideas for the show, I'm always looking for ideas for the show. So, folks, if you are new, we would love to hear from you. Don't feel bashful like you have to shut your mouth or something. You don't have to earn your piece to be on the show or something. If you'd like to hop on the panel, folks, you're more than welcome, especially on these Saturdays. We're very, very chill on these Saturdays, but I'd like to think we're pretty chill on the other a couple of shows too. So, folks, if you would like to hop on, you are more than welcome to. Just honestly, don't be a dick, don't show your dick, and don't be a fucking lunatic. Pretty simple rules. The other rule, basically, that I guess I have to say sometimes is please don't bullshit. Really don't like to hear all kinds of made up stories and all kinds of stuff. So, folks, keep it true to reality if you can. There's no reason to lie about stuff. Weed isn't one of these things where you get $7,000 a pound anymore, so there's no real sense in self-aggrandizing at this point. Just tell the real truth, and then we can kind of get to know you better. The fuck was I going to say? If you want to hop on the panel, again, follow those very simple rules. Just don't be a fucking wiener, pretty much. And honestly, just ask nicely in the chat for the link. Any blue name can provide you that link. Unfortunately, gray names can't post the link. They can certainly give it to you, but you might not be able to. If you literally type the link, you'd be able to get it, but you wouldn't be able to click it. So blue names are the only ones that can click or can paste paste rather clickable links. So folks, just ask nicely. You don't have to grovel or something. Just say, hey, can I, join in the panel or something? And I'm sure we'd be happy to let you on. D is the boss this evening, ladies and gentlemen. So again, please don't wrong him. He's really the is essentially a god among men, basically, ladies and gentlemen. So
Right
really,
next to Thor.
100%, yeah. Don't wrong him, or you will feel the fist of an angry god, and something like that. I don't know.
He's the nuts.
That's it. That's it. Exactly right. He'll grab the nuts and squeeze or some shit. Anyway, folks,
Mm,
let's see. Do I even have the chat open? I don't remember if I have the chat open right now, but
not
let's see.
hardcore.
Something really kind of almost hilarious happened to me on No Till Growery the other day. I always talk about Reddit. Excuse me. I always talk about Reddit, and I don't very often participate, even though I read Reddit frequently. It's kind of funny that I don't really participate that much. I don't comment very often. I've had an account for I don't even know how many years, but if I look back on my account, like there's really not many comments. Uh, so every once in a while I do comment for whatever reason it is. And today or yesterday, I guess yesterday, I think it was on No Till Grower, I posted something and someone was asking about isopods. And I guess it's not super important. I got to get out of here. We're going to go to dinner. But someone was asking about roly polies essentially in the garden. And all of a sudden, all the comments are super against roly polies. And I'm like, the fuck? What do these people have against isopods? And everyone in the chat is like, oh my God, they'll take over your grow. And a couple people are literally saying like, oh, my soil undulates from the fucking isopods in the soil. And I'm just like, and I just commented, I'm like, I'm surprised that everyone's so fucking adamant about this. And the downvotes start coming. Now they were it wasn't like a flood of downvotes because it's not a super active uh, subreddit, but it was comical. Like all the advice. Now I kind of remember what Coot used to say about how stupid a lot of the people were on the internet. Like these people are so confidently wrong. And the best part is, I don't know if it's the best part, but the weirdest part maybe is that half of them are quoting Jeremy from Build a Soil. I don't know. Does Jeremy have something against isopods? Maybe he at some point did a show about isopods and how they're bad or something. But all these guys are like, "Oh my God, it's the end of the fucking world. You'll literally kill your grow. They will eat all your plants." And I'm literally like, I have roly polies in my garden now. I could show you. They've been there for fucking years. There's not a problem with them. I'm just like, where do these people come off? I just don't understand. And sure enough, it's always like some dude has been growing for a year. They just don't know. And then so like they heard something. Oh my God, Jeremy from Build a Soil said something. Like one of the guys actually even commented. I said something like, and I was super polite. I thought I was being super polite about everything. And he was like, "So the previous commenters are all lying?" And I'm like, "Lying? That's a hell of a fucking comment to say. Like they're lying about the isopods. What is this, the fucking Spanish Inquisition about goddamn fucking roly polies?" Anyway, people are way hardcore about growing and
See,
they really need to smoke more weed and chill the fuck out. First of all, most of them don't know 90% of what they think they do. Most of them are terrible fucking growers. To be honest, most of you are probably terrible growers. I have to be frank with you. You are probably fucking terrible. If you could admit that, you could improve. But those folks definitely won't improve. It's kind of sad actually. It's pretty pathetic to be perfectly frank. Like that vehemently wrongness or vehement wrongness. It's dumb. Like outside, do you see roly earthworms are not indigenous to North America, but roly polies are. Do you look outside and see a 4 foot fucking swat? Is it like the fucking Tribble planet where you have to wade through tribbles? Jesus fucking Christ. Anyway, I'm gonna hand it off to you, D. I thought I was gonna tell you it was so strange and comical. I'm just like, these people are something else. Oh
the
wait, I'm gonna
trolls.
co-host first. There we go. Now I'm gonna go get some Indian food. Oh, D, we're going to have Indian food.
Oh, oh,
Yeah,
right on.
here's buddy. All right, later, Gators.
Before you go, Shumi,
Hmm.
I watched the Star Trek. You're right. The third one was all right.
I'm sorry, Star Trek. Which I was coughing.
The new old ones, the new Kirk.
Oh, with the Enterprise, Star Trek. Technically, he's not Kirk. That's actually what's his fuck. Pike, Captain Pike, the guy that came before Kirk.
No, it was Kirk. Anyways, yeah,
Whichever one it is, I actually quite like him. I even like Discovery. A lot of people shit on it, but I actually quite. It's got a lot of stupid stuff in it. Let's be fucking frank. But I
I
actually
never
quite.
watched it.
We'll talk about it if I come back later tonight or maybe on Tuesday. Catch you later, Gators.
Later,
Yeah,
Shumi. Enjoy your Indian food.
yeah, cheers.
Ramam Dosto. Ramam Dosto. Namaste, everybody. Salam alaikum. Hello. Hola. Bonjour.
Swaddy Cup.
Yeah. Namas, or already said that. Oh, I was gonna pull up some Japanese shit, but now I forget how they say. Hope everyone's having a great night. I'm gonna be here for the next couple hours till about 2 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, about 11 o'clock Pacific, I believe. Hope everyone's having a great night. Thanks for tuning in to the Takeover show. This is the Takeover. If you want to come and hang out, just let me know and I can post a link for you guys. Come hang out, guys. Cheers, Agnes Beckett. So Organics, Hardcore's in the chat. Uh, who else here? Me. I'm in the chat. Mhm. If I missed you, sorry. This thing is going weird. Cheers, everybody. Right on, Hardcore. Hardcore's gonna hop on after he puts the rest of that pork in his belly. Get in my belly. Anyways, I'm smoking on. What am I smoking on? Oh, Super Pink Push and the nighttime one. I always forget. And then I got a bunch of Dark Horse genetics here. A couple different Dark Horse genetics. What's everybody since chat smoking on? Hope everyone's having a good night. Captain, what's going on? Over to you.
Oh, just another cold ass night in Cleveland.
Yeah, it's
Uh,
freezing here too.
yeah.
Dude, but Mrs. D, okay, I'll show this again. Mrs. D hooked me up. So last night, thank you. Last night around midnight, her friggin' delivery finally came. That's been missing for 2 days. It was 10 after 12 last night when the delivery guy dropped off her package. And she got me this sweet. She got one too. Hang on, let me get the headphones off. It's long and it's warm. It's gonna keep me warm this winter. Has a pocket. It's like a. What's it called? A hoodie.
Hooded blanket.
It's called a hooded blanket. Let me turn this fucking thing off. There we go. And then it's really long.
Goes to your feet.
It goes down to my feet. It's almost almost like an Indian dress, like the men wear,
It's really
or sorry, Pakistani guys wear. You know the long dresses. Well, they're not called dresses, but I don't know what I'm not sure what they're called at the moment. But yeah. Anyway, it's that long and it's really warm. And it's what is it, fleece?
uh
Or some kind of
yeah,
woolly.
it's fleece. It's fleece.
Yeah, fleece inside. And I got that on. It's freaking warm, man. Last night before this package came, it was freezing. And I got this. It comes with a nice big hoodie too, and a big pocket like a hoodie. Woo! All aboard! Paging doctor, leave me alone. Paging doctor, leave me alone. What's going on? Leave me alone. No, yeah, no, it's a hooded thing, Agnes. A hooded blanket. It's pretty sweet though. Free coffee and tea. I'll take a coffee. Oh no. Thanks, Doctor. Leave me alone. Just reach to the screen. Cheers, Salt and Sea Seeds. If you guys want to hop on, anyone wants to hop on, just let me know. Everyone's welcome. It is my Saturday takeover show. Why is that not moving? There we go.
Because it's too damn cold.
Yeah, it's freezing, man. Let's see. I'll tell you guys what the temperature is since I do got it on Fahrenheit now. 17 Fahrenheit here. It's freaking cold.
Yeah, I'm only 3 hours south of you, but it comes over that 60-mile lake.
Yeah. Lake Ontario. Is it Lake Ontario?
Erie.
Oh,
Lake
Erie.
Erie.
Cool.
I'm that close to you, D. I can be to your house in 3.5 hours,
Right on.
but it would take me about 3 hours to get through border customs.
Yes, you told that story. What's gonna happen next time you come through?
Yeah, I need
15
to walk
Fahrenheit.
over.
Yeah. Wait, what did I say it was here now? Fuck. 17. Wow, it's 15 when Doctor Leave Me Alone. Wow. Leave me alone. That's
Hardcore is
cold.
probably cold too.
Fuck. I like to be out by, I bet you Green Fingers, or I mean, Salton Sea Seeds is like fucking 80, 90 degrees. Lucky guy. Any
Oh,
Salton Sea?
it gets cold out in that desert.
I don't know. Every time I talk to him, he told me it's hot. That's awesome. I should just move out to the fucking desert. Yeah, it's 53. 53 for Salton. So still warmer than here. Fuck. Anyways, oh, I'll go my camera off. I'm gonna turn this off now. This is number 3. I'll have to look this up. I got it written. Oh, look, I got it open. Number 3. So this is Ken Dog crossed with Bruce Banner. It's Dark Horse Genetics.
Okay.
I'll pull out some bud. It's really good. I really like this one.
How's
Like,
it smell?
really good.
Gas
Oh,
or just dank?
just dankity dank. Yeah, not much smell to it, but I have to smoke it. But yeah, has to be trimmed with. The person doesn't trim their bud all the way through, which is good. I like it like this. I'll just take my scissors and just finish it up, but it covers some of the plant, so all the trichomes don't come on. But this does some dankity dank.
You know, I roll joints and I just kind of leave that sugar leaf on. As long as there's not a stem in it,
Yeah,
you know, if it's a leaf with a big stem, yeah, it comes off. But if it's just a sugar leaf coming out of the bud, I'll leave that sucker on, just roll it up.
yeah.
It don't
I'm not.
change the taste or anything like that.
I find just like a kind of like a chloroform. Like I'll take off like
Chlorophyll.
main leaves and like any leaf I can if I can see. I'm not too anal about. I'm not gonna go start digging in the plant and start clipping sugar leaf out of there, let stick out. But I'll just take off some of it and then or most of it, but I can get off and then that's good. Good enough for me.
The stem part of a leaf is called the petiole.
Sure, Mrs. D. Mrs. D sing rolling of the joint. Okay.
Hey, hardcore.
Hey, hardcore.
Cheers.
Agnes Beckett says, fuck trimming. Yeah. Alright. Roll another joint. I'm gonna roll a fat one. I'm gonna use one of these 1 1/4 hemp papers. I think they're 1 1/4. Mm, says somewhere. Oh yeah, 1 1/4 hemp paper. Very Canadian, eh? Canadian lumber. And it comes with tip, cardboard tips you can roll up, and paper.
Isn't a Canadian wood stove just a stove made out of wood that you burn to stay warm for one night?
I'm not sure, hardcore. Number yeah. One. So yeah, I'm gonna smoke some Ken Dog cross with Bruce Banner, Dark Horse Genetics. That's what I'm rolling up. Yeah, looks good. Roll that butt up. I'm
I
just
don't think
gonna
you
put,
got it out.
yeah.
I don't think you got what I said. A Canadian wood stove is just a stove made out of wood that you burn for one night to stay warm.
Oh. Oh, okay. I never knew that. Never heard of that before.
Because it's
Uh,
what dumb people. It's making fun of Canadians.
hey, take off, poser. Eat the igloo. That's right. Really? Agnes? Mail strike over Monday? I was just talking to who the hell was I just talking to on my show? We were talking about the mail strike. But yeah, Agnes, if it's I'm gonna look into that, dude, and if the strike's over, I'll get those beans out to you ASAP, buddy.
Don't you
Yeah,
mean
I
those
bet
beans
there's a
work
bunch of
for you?
mail sitting there.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna go off camera here for a second. On here. Here's Max. Mac, Mac, Max,
Um,
headroom.
Imagine if that would happen here in the United States. Like the Postal Service just stopped.
Riot. Oh, dude, it's
I'm saying,
crazy. I looked in. Um,
I buy FedEx stock on that day.
I looked.
Yeah, no shit. UPS.
Yeah. So I looked in because they're still doing like, of course, they're doing courier service. So I looked into sending some beans, courier says, for like UPS, FedEx, Pure Later, stuff like that. They want for 30, $40 just for delivery for a pack of seeds. So I'm like, no, I can't do that.
And isn't Pure Later owned by the Canadian government still?
I have no idea, Cap. I'm not sure.
I think it's owned by the Canadian government.
Right on, Agnes. I appreciate it, buddy. I got some beans coming your way too. As soon as the strike's over.
So we're going to shut down the regular mail service, but we're going to keep our premium service available to you. You
Yeah,
can
and
just pay $30 more. That's all.
well, some businesses like I ordered one of Mrs. D's Christmas presents last week sometime, and I just instead of paying like UPS, I said just come in regular like post office service because I knew a lot of companies now are using delivery services to compensate for their orders. So I knew if I ordered just like it was like $7 for delivery for Mrs. D's presents for shipping. It's
FedEx
like
has
carrier.
FedEx almost has as big of a market share as U.S. Postal Service does in America. They're both in the
Human.
30%. I thought UPS was maybe bigger, but I guess FedEx is like 30 some percent, and so is the USPS.
Yeah. UPS is they're all those services are friggin' expensive.
And try shipping shit from Thailand to the United States. You
Sure.
want to talk about expensive?
Why
Yeah,
are
no
you shipping it?
fucking Prime delivery taking over a week. That's crazy, Agnes. Agnes says Prime delivery's taking over a week. Usually it's next day. Well, I don't know if I told you guys on this show. I think it was on the pre-show. Well, Mrs. D got her Temu order last night, and the delivery guy it was missing. It was actually missing for 2 or 3 days, and it says cannot deliver and all this. And then randomly my phone dings because I get a notification on my phone when my alert my camera. I have a sensor on my camera, motion detector. Anyways, it went off, and I looked at 10 after 12, and it was the delivery guy delivering packages. Crazy.
Fucking Santa Claus.
Yeah, it's a big package, big order. Mrs. D ordered. It was crazy. Every time she gets a Temu order, it's like Christmas over here. All right, let's bust this joint. See, this is good enough. I trimmed it up enough. Cheers, everybody in chat. Oh, what? Oh, don't want to block Sultan. What's everybody in chat smoking on? I'm going to be smoking on some Chem Dog Croft with uh, Bruce Banner. Chem Dog and Bruce Banner. I also got all the work by bleh. The work by Lime Rising Farms. DJ Short's Blueberry crosses Bruce Banner, and Spritzer Bruce Buffer. It's a mouthful there.
Big bopper.
Yeah. Let's get ready to suck it. Cheers, Miss Chronic. Hope you're having a great night, dear. I'm gonna bust up this. I'm gonna roll a big fat joint right now. Fuck.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I can't support somebody that,
Huh?
begs and begs me for a clone of something and then 5 months later puts out a seed pack of it, of a cross.
Who's that, Cap?
Someone you just mentioned
Oh.
in Michigan.
Oh, true. Mm-hmm.
I'm smoking on some of J5 OG, and it's got me.
Huh. Well, he's in LA. That's not that guy.
I'd like to try some of J5's flower.
Yeah. I was saying in the pre-show, it's really too bad we can't ship to each other in the States and Canada. That'd be friggin' awesome.
What would be awesome is being able to like have a couple joints in your cigarette pack and walk across the border and not get fucking harassed about it.
Yeah. That'd be nice too.
And instead, you get a fucking fine.
They're not taxing it.
Well, I know in Canada you can smoke right in the I've smoked at the airport before. In the smoking section. Yeah, man.
Go to my IG and look at all the airport pictures of me smoking a joint outside in different countries
Right on.
that are not legal, by the way, people.
Mm.
my probably still one of my favorite photos are the ones that you sent me of when we were doing the live and I was in Saigon, Ho
Yeah,
Chi Minh City, and out in front of the Royal Palace. Yeah.
right on. Ho Chi Minh, living on your chin. Ho Chi Minh.
I gotta
Right,
spend some more time in Vietnam.
Jay went to J5 Agnes. That's who you're talking about? You may not even see him then.
But when I go back in March, I'm actually going to be there for about a day. And then a friend of mine who has now decided to sell a sound company here in Ohio is going to come over and spend like a month with me in Thailand.
Right on. That's cool.
We're going to hang out some in Bangkok, a little bit up in Chiang Rai.
Tony Pipe. Yeah.
Then we're going to go to Laos and then over to Cambodia, go to Angkor Wat,
Cool.
getting the Tomb Raider picture.
Uh,
When I first went to Cambodia, when I first went to Thailand, and this is only like 9 years ago, and Angkor Wat was just being like opened up, really opened up, and you would fly into Siem Reap, and it's really easy to go through the airport there, people. Really easy. It's a small airport. But man, you get downtown and then literally you would walk 200, 300 yards and you'd go from like paved streets and all nice to like jungle.
the
It
jungle.
was like it was like the last part of the wild, wild west. And I've been back a couple times because I do go back every couple years because they keep on peeling back more and more the vegetation and revealing more and more of the ancient city that is there.
Cool.
Fuck yeah, it is.
You know.
It's great on acid.
I hope J5 is still alive in Vegas. Shout out to J5 in Vegas. Look at the weather. I got weather of Vegas on my phone. It's pretty funny. Portland.
Cocaine with a chance of whore.
What?
I caught that one.
It was 66 degrees or 66 Fahrenheit in Kolkata, India.
Light flurries, some drifting.
Oh, Johnny Pipe.
I'm gonna go roof tomorrow. It looks like we're gonna have one day that's gonna maybe hit close to freezing. Then it's gonna get back into single digits and below zero again. So
Oh,
Yeah. Same way here. We're supposed to hit like upper 40s and then one day and that's it.
it sucks. It was oh shit. 22 below the other day, wind chill. I was
yeah.
talking
Yeah.
I don't go fuck
outside working that shit.
up to the rodeo.
We
Fuck
had like 25, 30 mile per hour wind gusts here.
A lot of the shit that I do is on lake shore shit, so
Right
get
on.
that
Where's my
I
shirt?
can be to the shores of Lake Erie within 7 minutes.
I think I'm like 5 hours from Superior. My little brother,
Yeah,
though, he's 7 minutes from Lake Superior. Lives in
There we
Duluth.
go. Fire this bad boy up.
What do you call your quarters there?
Quarters.
Loonies? Is that a loonie? Or is that a dollar?
no, that's $1.
Dollar. Hey, oh, who was it? Oh, it's shit, what's his name? Oh, Macho. That's it. There it is. There's a toonie. There's $2. There's $2 Canadian.
Keep your quarters at home, eh, hoser? I don't want your quarters.
Oh, yeah, that's a toonie. A lot of people when the toonie first came out, they were punching out this gold part and wearing the silver, the ring part as a necklace, as a chain.
There's a guy here in the United States that takes our old Morgan and silver dollars, peace dollars, but he normally does them with the Morgans. And he'll
You got
punch a hole in the center and make a ring out of it.
Oh, true. Uh-oh, this lighter's died.
the hobos back in the day used to make fucking uh here I'll share this
Uh,
shit in a second. Um yeah, like the hobo scene, they used to take quarters in different coins and
Nickels.
nickels and Liberty dollars and all these things. And look at some of this artwork they put on them here.
Toke. Oh, that sexy guy.
Now, before this, they actually did what they called love tokens. And they would take a coin
The
and they would rub
token.
off the one side of it and put someone's initials on it. But that's like 1860s.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that one, 1928. Mushroom
That
skull.
mushroom? That's
The
yo, that's
mushroom
badass.
skull fucking octopus or something. I don't know. Thing's crazy.
There's mushrooms in the background too. That's pretty dope.
And like it's yeah, it's crazy.
I've got a few of those hobo nickels.
I sure haven't. Huh. Yeah, we're probably getting to the like reproduction shit. No,
That looks like a toonie right there. Wait, scroll back up for a second. Oh, never mind. That looks like a right there. See that toonie? That looks like a toonie. That silver with the gold.
these ones, what's
Yeah,
that
that looks like a
movable?
toonie. Actually,
$1.
that's
No,
crazy.
that one's got skulls. That's crazy.
That's cool. I like that one. Keep an eye out for you.
And I oot for you. Oh, 10 o'clock here. Air raid, mother bitches.
What's everybody in chat smoking on? Let me know. Or let us know. Whatever. Oh, there's
I
Smash.
gotta run. I gotta run back up and see some caregiver friends. I'm starting to run low.
Right on. I made a
I
place order. I placed an order yesterday and got a couple ounces, 3 ounces. And they gave me 2 free hash and 2 gummies. A pack of candy.
I wish I could place orders for the prices you pay.
Yeah, man. I get the deals.
I gotta like go see my friends to get those deals.
Yeah, but converting Canadian dollars isn't like converting bot. That's like they play with like monopoly money up there, I think.
Hey,
Yeah,
easy.
fucking bought is monopoly money. Go to Cambodia and you get 100 real, and 100 real is like what, 12 cents? It was 4,100 real to dollar in Cambodia.
Bolivian, blood diamond, hash. I got some hash too, Doc. I got some Moroccan, and I got some Jamaican gumball still, and I got some homemade from Nupley. I went and saw Nupley. He gave me some. I got this big chunk of hash here. It's pretty darn good too. Looks like a piece of chocolate.
Pressed.
I yeah, I think so. No.
I got a
Hey,
few little
Smash.
hash balls and some little bit of rosin left. Fizzle.
Okay, Smash.
I used to like save, well, I had a bunch of keef boxes made up, and I would break my butt up and grind it up and just put it over top of the screen and pull it out of there to roll a joint. And I would collect a keef on the glass underneath it. And during the winter time in Michigan, I'd go get two C clamps and take like oh the blanks for like covering up where wires connect in the boxes, and I would put two of those together and I would press the hash. I'd put it in baggies, plastic baggies, and I would leave that sitting in front of my heater vent so it would get hot. And I'd go and I'd turn it every once in a while and keep a lot of pressure on it. And then by the time, spring came around, it's like, okay, well, the heater's off. Well, let's take these out. They get pretty black and gooey at the corners and around the edges. And then you'd have this nice solid blonde brick in the center.
I need to make some bubble hash.
I've got like 50 grams of it here, but it's aged from 2019. It's really smooth.
Yeah, I
I should.
need new screens or bags. Sorry. Oh shit! Oh shit!
Well, at least they're not $150 anymore.
No. I literally just walked in the door. I'm eating dinner as we speak.
What
It
you
was
having?
Chicken, boneless chicken. Well, it's a place called it's BB.Q Chicken, and it's like they call it Korean barbecue, but it's not really. Every time you like, it is owned by Koreans for sure, or some type of Asians, but it's more of like a chicken place. They have dumplings and stuff. They have like rice bowls. They have some other different like meals, but they're really good. Their chicken's really good. So I grabbed 8 piece of their secret sauce boneless and a fried dumpling. And the cool thing is, the reason why I like it is because I get boneless and it's actually like cut up chicken breast.
Nice.
It's not like
God.
Process.
yeah, it's bullshit.
Oh,
It's good. If you ever see one around, try it. 8 pieces for $13.
nice.
Yeah, not a bad. I think actually, I'll tell you right now. So my dumplings were $8.95. I got there has to be I ate one. There's five. Yeah, there was 6 dumplings, and then my 8 piece secret sauce. I
Uh,
got I got breast meat, no radishes, $13.
yeah. Not. Oh, shit, what it spell?
If you're gonna go out to eat nowadays, yeah, you can't really get away with spending less than $20.
No, for one person.
Yeah.
Mm.
You go like I really like Italian food, but it would cost me 30, $40.
Hey, shibbity bibbity bobbity.
I've got an Italian restaurant. I walk in the back door. I tell the cook what I want,
Says,
and I go and I sit out front, and they come and tell me it's ready, and I go in back, grab it, and go.
right back out of he likes in the back door. He's a backdoor man.
That's right.
That's
Yeah,
all.
shout out to Boom. That's where I was. Boom was having a Christmas party
Right on.
slash glass show. He has a casino night coming up. I might go to.
There you go. That'd sound fun.
Yeah, but
Bunch of stoners.
I don't play craps. I don't play blackjack. I do play roulette. That's the only game I would probably play.
Why don't you
Always
play
put that on
blackjack?
fire.
I like baccarat.
I like blackjack. I like 3-card poker.
Yeah, baccarat's easy. You pick a bet, and the rules are already set out. So there's no hitting or anything that I have to make a decision for.
You just bet on dealer or you.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that
Or
one where like you can always ask the dealer like a suggestion of what you should do, and they'll always tell you? What game is that? I just heard something about.
I think that's 3-card poker.
I don't know.
What?
There's one game where they.
Sorry, I missed that.
Oh, Pow Gal poker.
Oh,
Yeah, it sounds right.
Pagao? Yeah. I know a guy that plays Pagao.
They
Yeah, there's a
call
guy.
it the game. They call it the game for blackout drunks because the dealer has to tell you if you made a wrong move.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
like one
Someone
of
was.
the only games.
Yep, I saw someone saying that that you don't even have every move you can just ask them their advice, and they'll always tell you the
Mm-hmm.
way to go about it. And I guess like every dealer in Vegas can count cards too. All the blackjack dealers, they always have a count in their head when they're playing.
Of course. I seen someone do a
But
bet the other day.
Wow, crazy Agnes.
He was like, "Oh, I'll
but
tip you $100 if you hit a 17 on roulette," and the dealer was like, "Watch this." Boom! And hit 17.
Oh yeah,
Crazy.
the man in the sky probably heard him, and they.
it's that button on the floor they push.
I
Yeah.
went to. I couldn't get many pictures because Mohegan Sun sucks for pictures. Um, but I went to go watch that dude Vegas Matt Gamble, and it was incredible. He was just like, yeah, they went down a lot, but they were just feeding money into this like slot machine.
Did you get to see Carrot Top?
No, I wasn't in Vegas. I was at Mohegan.
Oh, fucking Carrot Top. That's one scary looking motherfucker, eh?
Now, yeah, now he
Yeah.
looks like a skeleton. I didn't really do any shows. The only show I would have went to when I was in Vegas was the Sphere, and I'm dumb.
Was the dead at the fucking whatever that big thing was called? The
Fear.
orb sphere? The
No,
orb?
they were coming in 2 weeks after I was there, something like that. The Super Bowl was in town the week after I was gone.
Just lost 4G, 7-spin roulette. Wow, that's crazy. Agnes Beckett said just lost 4Gs on 7-spin roulette. 7 spin roulette.
That's like 1,000 baht. No, that's way more baht. That's
7
It was like
G's.
12,000 baht.
Four.
That's like 120,000 baht.
No, four. 4 on 7 spins of roulette.
I was trying to do the Canadian math on that one.
How much is that in rupees? Figure that out. Indian rupees.
Vietnamese dot.
Yeah, I don't know. I really, I do
$1.
like slots, but if I'm gonna sit down and play like a game, I'm either gonna sit down at a poker table or sit down at a baccarat table.
Blackjack.
I
Yeah,
want to learn to play craps because, like,
blackjack's fun.
I won't lie, the most lively tables at the casino is the craps table.
Especially if someone's on a roll.
Yeah, just making the money.
I really don't play craps, but I was with friends and we were out at the Boxing Hall of Fame inductions, and they hold them in New York at a casino. And my friend was like, well, here, we'll help you, but you roll. I rolled like 17 fucking times. Everybody was winning huge. I think I won like 30 fucking dollars because I didn't know how to bet it.
Ay, ay, ay.
Yeah, there's so many.
But
Someone was trying to teach me the other day. I still don't get it.
yeah. But my friend, I mean, him and his other friends, they won like 30, $40,000 off me. And I'm like, hey, why don't you tip the guy? I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I won 30 bucks and you guys won 30,000. Fuck.
Yeah. Let's turn that on.
There's a story about Dana White, one of the casinos he was at. He got blackout drunk. He lost a bunch of money, and his host called him and was like, "Oh, do you still want the room that we have you in?" He's like, "No, cancel the room, and I'll be back for my fucking money." And he goes, "Dude, the host literally was silence on the other end," and he's like, "I went back there and I got my money back." But the thing with Dana is the way he plays blackjack is you put 5,000. If you lose, you put 10,000. If you lose, you put 20,000.
Yeah, I'm more like $5, $10, and $20. And I
I'm
ain't
more.
got fucking 5, 10, 20 G's to fucking drop at a time.
Mine's
But
me.
that's how you win big.
Yeah. $5, $5, $5, $5. Huh.
I took a bunch of my friends out to Las Vegas. I found a big non-sports card find here in Cleveland. And this was just like 1993, 94. And the computer age for trading back and forth between, shop owners and dealers had just started. And it was very expensive to join. It was like $500 a month to be on this service. But I ended up selling a bunch of non-sports cards, unopened boxes of Civil War news from the 60s. And I said, hey guys, for letting me use your computer, let's go out to Vegas for a week. And I paid for the hotel, I paid for the airfare, everything like that.
Oh, shit.
And I sat down at a blackjack table. Like this
Uh-huh.
was like a $2 to $5 it was a $5 blackjack table. After like 7 hours, I got up and I moved over to the $25 table.
Mm-hmm.
I was on a roll.
Cost me $4,000.
I
That was my
played
beauty right.
blackjack for like 18 hours.
Way.
And then it finally got to the point where they came and got me, and it was like dinner time. And I said, well, we want to go eat. You got a steakhouse here. Yeah, here. There's what, four of you? Comped it all. I
Coming straight out of Compton. Oh.
won like 8 grand that fucking night. Just nickel and diming it.
I think I'm actually trying to go to a card show
Oh,
tomorrow.
yeah, you did.
Pretty sure I won 9 grand on that same night. Playing Uno. Homeboys.
Where'd my camera go? There we go. Hey Agnes, yeah, you did send me that video. I'll check it out later.
Yeah, there's a card show tomorrow. I want to go check it out. Hopefully, I can get there in time.
I just had a few things here when the National came in. I did pretty good going there. It was definitely worth paying the $20 to get in.
Mhm.
The
Upcoming show,
Peyton
December
Manning
15th.
Bowman refractor was the real killer part of it.
9 to 2.
Wow. 5 reds in a row, 100 on a black double bet, 11 reds in a row. Huh. Be like Wesley Snipes, always bet on black.
Last time I was in Vegas, I walked in to the hotel, went right to the roulette table, and put $50 on black and won,
Nice,
and then just walked away.
nice. My parents were very lucky when they used to go to the casino a lot. One time they walked in, my dad played, usually play the slots, and my dad put like $20 in or something, and it was like third pull, got the progressive, and he got like, I forget the exact amount, but it was like thousands of dollars. And he said, okay, let's leave. We're out of here. And they left.
Yeah, that's the way to do it.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I don't like the casino. I'd rather take $50, $100, buy some good cannabis and just sit there for the day and smoke it.
I don't know. I watch people buy alcohol and stuff, and I play Keno.
Nice.
I won $100 the last UFC fight I went to go watch.
You know.
I love Keno. I don't. I only play 4 numbers, so like I'm not going for a bunch of money. I'm only going for small little wins. $2 bet. If I hit all 4 numbers, it's $200.
Hmm. Very true. Very true.
Damn, that food was good.
I'm hungry now.
I want to smoke a joint. I went live earlier, and there was like I don't know how, but like 25 people in there.
Nice. Nice. I didn't try to yet.
I haven't gone live in a while. I've really been slacking on the social medias.
I got banned on Instagram for a day, and it wasn't even my fault. I was on someone's live, and
Oh
they
no.
fucking
Oh,
flagged it.
that sucks.
Yeah. And it's like I wasn't even saying anything. I was quiet.
I think I might be shadow banned on Facebook, or I was. But I don't know why.
Someone gave me a pre-roll.
Ooh. Right on. Nice hardcore.
You didn't tell me what drink it was.
You need to put little things, little papers on there with thing. It could be a wheel. You can make one of those wheels, betting wheel. What's that game called? When they spin the wheel, you just put like you bet on the like the
Roulette.
No, it's not roulette, but it's like
Wheel of Fortune?
I forget what it's called.
Oh, Big Six.
I guess. I
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
know.
It's a big wheel with random number like 1, 2, 3, 4 on it.
Yeah,
It's Big Six.
yeah. One of those. You gotta put numbers on there, hardcore, and you can have your own wheel. Wheel of
No.
hardcore.
That's one of those games you barely see at the casino anymore. Big Six.
Yeah, they used to have it on the casino or by us. Ooh.
So the name of the game is with that, it's like there's so many ones, twos, and threes on like there's more ones than twos, there's more twos than threes, threes than fours, fours than fives, and there's only like a couple fives and sixes. If you bet on the fives and sixes, you have less odds to hit it, but you win more money. If you bet on like a one, I think it's a 1-to-1 bet.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I don't do good at that game either. They had that in Vegas.
That's
Oh,
why I just stay with
dude.
blackjack.
I do really good on slots.
Oh,
So,
that looks so good.
Not me. My parents seem to hit them, but I can't. My grandma was like the slot queen. Fuck. She'd go out to Vegas and win all the time. But when you're sitting there playing slots for 10 hours a day, you're bound to win.
Oh, there we go.
um, yeah, there's progressives. There's an actual thing called advantage slot players,
Oh, we're
and
gonna go to Vegas and play the slot.
you
Yeah. Oh
you
my
gotta
god.
walk around, you look at all the progressives, you watch people. I think the win, I don't know, one of the casinos was they stopped giving out players card, not player, like they'll give you a player's card, but if they find out you're a slot advantage player, they won't give you points towards it. Playing slots.
Dude, that looks so good.
You got a Players Club jacket, don't you, from the 80s?
I know. I know.
A
Fucking
members only jacket.
Members? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of.
Oh shit, give me another.
that was popular when I was like born.
Yep. I was a
I was,
teenager.
I was born in '89.
Oh.
I graduated in 90.
Damn, man. Fumi sending me pictures
I saw some food.
of his food. Looks so good. He's teasing me with Indian food.
I just grilled some pork.
Sometimes these joints make me cough a lot. Uh, I got a 500 milligram gummy rope.
Right on. Nerds?
Yep.
Nice. I like the nerd
Got
one.
a 200 milligram hot chocolate kit.
Nice.
And these are 500 each gummies. And then
No one then.
grab some oil.
Wait, what?
Hold on, let me cut my camera.
I've got a Christmas party to go to on the 21st.
Right
And I've
on.
got a bunch of medicated fudge,
Nice.
chocolate
Is it
fudge.
packed tight?
Yep. Oh, it's packed tight and airtight.
So these guys medical, they
These
do a
are
good job. This is
yeah.
hot chocolate turp powder made with concentrates. 2 servings, 100 milligrams each, with marshmallows.
Does that mean they sit around and think about it while they're making it? Does
Huh?
that mean they sit around and think about it when they're making it? Concentrate?
I don't know. I wonder what they use though, because it's really
Brain
a
power, I
good.
think.
It's a
Oh,
good
I can't.
consistency. There's not like any goo in it.
I got some goop that's in my that I should go grab, but it's almost gone.
I
I got
might
some
actually.
little
So, and these are RSO gummies.
I haven't even popped these ones open yet. J Feezy.
Dude, I got 1,000, 1,700 for $10. 1,700 milligrams for $10.
That ain't bad.
Nah, hell no. I got 4 grams. So the oil I paid a little bit more than I normally would. I usually get quarters for like 50, 40, 50 bucks. I gave him, he also went in the back and he weighed me out 4 grams of different stuff. So he charged me 10 grams, but it's really chirpy. And
You were breaking up. I just heard
oh,
all I
my
heard
bad.
was he took you in the back and laid you out.
Yeah. Um, so yeah, he weighed me out 4 grams. That should last me until I could save up some money to go to Maine. I'm actually working on my Maine card right now. It's way harder than it should be.
That's what
I literally have been trying to get a Maine card for like 2 weeks now. And the only way I can do it, I have to go get a passport and then use the passport and a piece of mail to get my med card because they won't take a piece of mail and my ID from Florida or from but they're just making it way harder than it needs to be, which is a pain in the fucking ass. But then I was trying to be like, all right, if Massachusetts is going to make it hard, I'll go to Florida. Florida, there's not even online fucking doctors. You're going to be there in person. Here, you can go online. It's like a digital doctor's appointment.
I call up my doctor in Michigan, tell them I need to renew my card, and they say, okay, give us your credit card number so we can charge you for the doctor's visit,
How much is it?
and we'll just send all the paperwork in. It's
Can you get
60
me?
bucks,
If you get
65
one, I'll
bucks.
get one in Michigan. I don't care where the fuck I get a card from. I just need a
Same
card.
here.
You need to be a resident, though, of
Yeah,
Michigan.
that's half the problem for me.
Well, I still have a Michigan driver's license.
It was easy for me, and my OHIP paid for my medical license. So it was free for me.
So, if since you have since you have federally legal cannabis, Does your health care take care of the prescription cost ever?
No,
No.
No.
But your
This
no.
doctor's
is why if they decriminalize it, there's no taxing of it. But if they legalize it, then they can tax it.
Yeah, and we get taxed out the ass over here for legal. There's like 2 taxes or something.
Yeah, there's 2 here too, also.
I don't know. I don't pay taxes like that.
Yeah,
Mine's all black market.
mine's yeah. I'll get charged tax for delivery. The only tax I pay is $5 for a tip for the driver.
20% here if you go to the store.
Mm-hmm.
It's 0 if you got a medical card.
Well, here in Ohio, they're actually trying to already get rid of medical and just make it so everybody has to go to like recreational because there's really no price difference between medical and recreational.
See, there is here. So if I were to go to the dispensary and me and you went, I don't think you can use your out-of-state medical card, but whatever. Massachusetts is fucking stupid. And we both bought an ounce for 100. You would walk out with a $100 ounce. I'd walk out spending 120. So I get charged $20 every $100. But the shitty thing is, you're only allowed an ounce at a time. On the medical side, you're allowed 10. You are allowed to buy 10 ounces every 60 days, I think.
is the medical held to higher scrutiny, like test wise and shit?
Huh?
Does the medical
That
have
real
get like more testing?
No, I think it's all the same.
Now in Michigan, they test the medical, but if it fails the medical test, they can put it right on the rec shelf.
What?
That's fucked up.
How does that work?
It's product. It goes out. It's just
We can remediate
recreational.
that. Put some terps on it. No one will know.
Yeah, spray it.
Hmm.
How late in the flower can I spray it, Dina? Or not Dina. What am I trying to say?
Man, my plants are hating life right now. It's too fucking cold.
Mine are actually pretty happy with him. It's doing good down there ever since I uppotted him.
I wish I could move them into the basement of the house. I wish
Still
I could
cold in my
live in the
basement.
basement of the house. It's warm as fuck down there.
Yeah, we ain't got no heat down in my basement. I got a heater going. I sacrifice an AC in the summer, and I sacrifice a heater in the winter for the grow to have one. Because I could have an AC in my room if I wanted to, and I'd rather save the electric, and put it down in the basement.
See, I'm an HBS metal halide guy, so wintertime for me, I just bring the air in from outside, put it into the lung room, and then take from the lung room and put it into the grow room.
There's a concert. It's a thing called PIFCon tomorrow in New York.
Yeah, I know. I want to go.
It doesn't look
Got
like
one
it's
that-
going to be that fun.
Oh,
There's a Chem and Sour coming up. I think it's at the end of March in New York that I want to go, but I'll be in Thailand. When I go back to Thailand, I'm actually going to be a judge at one of the competitions there.
Right on. What's the weather like there when you go back, Cap?
In March,
Cocaine with a chance of whores.
a hell of a lot warmer than here.
So, yeah, all right. Cool. That's all.
When I go back in March, it's probably going to be, well, Bangkok, it'll be like 90s during the day and 80s during the night.
Motherfucker. That's awesome.
But I go back home to Chiang Rai and, fuck, it can be in the 50s at night
Yeah.
still. Because I'm up in the mountains.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hi.
Oh,
The highlands.
oh, too high.
I need to clean my dabber. Jeez.
I'm trying to roll a joint. I can't get this paper to cooperate. Oh, there we go.
Can't get this paper out. Too much syrup.
I'm trying to talk my mom into it. It's like, hey, I know you like your house and everything,
So have you
but
ever had a bowl of
you know,
maple syrup? I'm sorry.
Go for Cap.
I was asking D if he's ever had a bowl of maple syrup with maple syrup on it.
No, Mrs. D might have. She likes maple syrup with maple syrup.
Have you ever chugged maple? Have you ever chugged maple syrup? I have.
I've drank it. I haven't chugged it.
Yep, I've.
Sipped it.
I think I made it through like maybe a half a bottle before. Just
Oh
one of
my
the seasonal
God.
ones.
You know, I can't do that. I can drink like a little bit. But I
Yeah,
can't sit there. That's like diabetes in a bottle.
no
yeah,
shit.
Or like,
Captain.
or wait, or like Wilfred Brimley says, it's diabetes.
Diabetes.
Captain.
Diabetes.
So
Yeah,
I've seen some videos of Frenchie. And he had this thing. It was like a water rolling pin for like making dry sift into like malleable hash.
yeah.
Do you know
It's
any idea
hot water.
what's it called? What's that thing called?
It's a rolling pin. And there's different types of rolling pins, and you can put like hot water in them. So it gets it really hot. And
That's
when you
hot.
roll it over top of the hash, it actually kind of turns it kind of a darker black color.
Vintage Pyrex rolling pin.
Yeah.
Oh, I found one.
You fill it up with hot water.
Yeah, no, I know the concept. I just didn't know what the thing was. The thing was he was using. If it was something special.
I
Right on.
have friends that actually use like hot plates almost. It's a metal plate that's hot, and they just put the hash on the keef on it, and then they roll it out that way.
I've got a hair flattener or straightener or whatever, and my little brother used to make hash with it, and I could never get the damn temperature right. And I think he was just trying to fill me up with shit. Either that or I just tried a bunch of bunk strains at the same time when I tried doing it. but I couldn't get it to the right temperature. It'd either turn it brown and crispy, the piece of bud, or it would just flatten it out and nothing would happen. Kind of disappointing.
In 2012 and 13, I was seeing that in Michigan. People were using the hair straighteners and just taking
Yeah.
like a bud and putting it in between wax paper.
I was just
Yep,
using a
and that's what I
soda bottle.
did.
But like the problem with my soda bottle, it would burn me when I put really hot water in it. I'd have to double layer gloves.
No glove, no glove.
Double fist
Oh,
them.
I've got fire gloves.
Fire, 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 fire.
Even even like a jar would do with nothing. I mean,
As long as you get boiling hot water and put it in like a quart mason jar, you can use that too.
If the lid is off of the jar, does that mean that the jar is a jar?
yeah,
It's
jars are
still a jar.
yeah,
Yeah,
with
okay.
or without a lid. The lid's something else. The jar's the jar.
Here's
No,
one.
I'm saying like when your
Yeah,
door is a jar, is if the
here's,
lid, it's supposed to have to be like a hinging lid. If the hinged lid on your jar was open, then your lid is a jar.
no, that's with your car door. If you leave your car door open, is your car door a jar or is it a door?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
Yeah.
I might get one of those because like I like making dry sift. It's so much easier than hash, like water hash. Uh I just always had a problem making it into actual malleable hash after.
I just smoked it as is.
Yeah.
Yeah, but people
Or
don't want the dry sift. They want hash.
Want that waxy, that dabby shit. Want the goop.
that's what she said.
Just take your triclones and heat them up and press them. That's what we do with the bubble hash.
I want to see deep pressing.
I gotta clean my hair. I need alcohol. I gotta actually go get some grain alcohol tomorrow.
We can't get we can't get green alcohol or anything like that here in Canada.
I thought I couldn't, but then I found out it was at the store down the street.
And then
They make
what's that?
vodka from corn over like not too far from here.
And what's that other
At the
stuff you
ethanol.
guys have? What's that other liquor you guys have that you can use for distilling? Well, not distilling, but for cannabis.
Everclear?
Yeah,
No,
Everclear.
great.
We can't get Everclear here either.
That's the same thing.
They quit. I don't think they've been a band since the 90s.
I tell you what, if you take a 50-gallon drum, add about 20 pounds of fucking corn to it, 20 pounds of sugar, a little bit of yeast, filled up with water, let it sit for about 7 or 8 days and ferment. And when it tastes sweet, then you pour
No.
that in your copper still. You heat that up, run it through a double thumper, and you get about 180 proof alcohol.
So you just lose your
It's
vision for a little bit.
it's the other way around, Captain.
No,
You're no, you're when you're
that
mastering.
first that first part that comes off that's cloudy, you take that and you set it aside.
It's called
Don't
the head.
throw it out. Yeah, you don't throw it out, but you set it aside. and you collect that clear.
Popcorn Sutton.
Well, my family's from West Virginia.
That explains a lot.
So when people are
It
talking
all
about
makes sense.
Everclear, and I'm like, yeah, I can make it.
Yeah, I have a buddy that lives in one of them backwards down things, states down there. And remember one New Year's Eve, he came back with bottles of moonshine. And holy fuck, did that ever fucking
I
that was
had a 5 gallon barrel, oak barrel, that I used to like keep the moonshine in, and it would like literally turn like a bourbon color.
Mhm.
And I like it at about 136, 138. That's good sipping whiskey with some fruit punch. Yeah. Ooh, man.
Eat your cocktail. Root.
When I was in Thailand, they had just started to like ease up on
Country Club.
restrictions, and they allowed some distilleries. And I went over and they had a big copper kettle, and I said, "Could I show you something?" And they said,
They
"Yeah."
know how to grow.
I said, "You've got all this corn here. Why don't we grind up the corn? And you got all the sugar cane. So we'll add corn and sugar and a little bit of yeast."
A little bit of crack.
Uh, And then I made them some moonshine. Instead of making it from rice, I made it from corn.
I can see you extracting the corn out of people's shits in prison and fucking make some prison wine. Everyone's coming to you for their $100
No,
a shot.
it needs to be dried. You need to be able to grind it up into powder almost.
Yeah, you can sieve it, and I don't know what I'm talking about. This community has made me think too much.
Oh
Sully,
no, I'm not getting back Ryan back on the poop train.
the backtrack. I'm having a fucking crisis. I can't find my damn Q-tips. The Q stands for quality,
It
not for
is
use in
fucking
pulling eardrum.
it is fucking freezing. I got a new jacket from North Face and it's so warm.
Is it puffy?
No, it's not a puffy one. My buddy wears one of those puffy North Face vests. He wears a puffy North Face vest with a flannel underneath.
I wear like 4 layers of sweaters and flannel and some Arctic Series Carhartt bibs.
It depends on how cold it's gonna be. If it's gonna be dumb cold, I'm gonna put on some Under Armour or some long johns.
Yeah, like at
I
work I'm always wearing like a pair of sweatpants and then like a pair of like khaki shorts and then like a pair of khaki pants and then a pair of jeans. And then my Carhartt coveralls, which are good to like 40 below.
I really
If it
like
gets like
Under
above,
Armour.
gets like above 20 though, those things fucking, I gotta take them off or I fucking start to smell like hot
What, your
farts.
balls off?
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to snowboard and stuff. Um, and I would wear Under Armour, sweatpants, and then my snowboarding pants, which are pretty thick. And then on the top, I would wear a hoodie with a snowboarding jacket,
They
with a
make
t-shirt.
they make some really crazy like I forget what material it was, if it was like neoprene or something like that. But it was like this weird stretchy nylon shit that when I was in it's like military type stuff, I guess. Like when I was in boot camp, we had to do
Yeah, that's what Under Armour is.
yeah, basically yeah, but like yeah, we would do a solo they called it, where you had to like be by yourself out in the woods for 5 days, and it got like the cutoff temperature was 20 below, and like during our thing, it got down to like 15 below all every night, but not 20 below. It was all good. You just sat there and you made your little fire. You got to collect your firewood, and
That's the thing. If you're allowed to have a fire, or if you can build a fire, you'll be okay.
oh yeah, you had your fire, and then I mean, and like it was all on like that solo thing was all on like the camp or whatever owned the whole shit ton of land, and then there was always like you always kind of had an eye on like they weren't maybe watching you 24/7, but they were checking on you quite often, or not.
I
And if
seen a
if
video.
they weren't walking right through your sight, they were looking at you with from the fire tower with their fucking binoculars or something.
I seen a video the other day. It was military training, and the sergeant's like walking through, and he's yelling, "Stop ordering fucking pizza to the land down site, you fucks!" And I guess they had a whole bunch of army recruits, like army crawling to the road, just having like a pizza company drop them off. I seen another video. He was like, my sergeant was addicted to California burrito, whatever that is, and he used to get them delivered like anytime he was out on training.
I don't know if they filled them up on free tortillas too.
Ugh.
Okay, secret.
Seen a video today. It's like, oh, a U.S. military base in Japan, and it's just showing all the cars they're driving. You're like Supra, an Evo, an R32. You're like, what the fuck?
Yeah. R34s, 35s, 36s. Those are all in Thailand. You can buy them right off the fucking showroom floor. A race car ready to go.
Oh man, fucking gotta upload all the pictures.
I found a McLaren dealership in Bangkok the last time I was there.
I mean,
They had like 4 McLarens in the showroom.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, like Thailand has a crazy scene for like all types of cars. Same thing with like Japan and even I don't know about China, but yeah, Cambodia has a crazy car scene. Uh, Trying to think. Dubai.
They
I've seen a lot of shit in Dubai too.
Yeah, lots of
Even Japan.
camel. Yeah.
I was surprised in Cambodia the amount of Lexuses and
Cambodia does nice things.
high end cars.
Yeah, they can afford it. Some of them. There's always a scene there. It's basically like people that own garages, you know. But yeah, I've shown videos on here. They race fucking tractors. They race ambulances in Thailand.
Yeah. The rice tractors are the fucking hilarious ones. They got twin turbos on them.
Cowie 250 racing's really big there. I don't know why they use the 250 platform, but that's just really big there. These little tiny bikes, and it looks like a dude's flying because he's laying on it.
Well, in Thailand, they take the little 125s, 115s, and they can soup those up. And they put really skinny tires on them. They look funny, but man, they're fast.
Yeah, that dude CB Media. Like, I don't know. I've started to watch his channel, and he lives in Thailand. He's a U.S. dude that lives in Thailand. He shows all the crazy shit out there.
The car shows are fucking awesome, dude. I think it's because of all the hot girls.
Thailand's 3-day classic car festival. There's Mustangs and a bunch of American cars, a whole bunch of everything. It's crazy.
In Chiang Rai, where I lived, there were two super snakes there. Shelby super snakes,
I'm with
new
you.
ones. One was blue and one was red.
Ferrari race car on the streets of Manlon, Philippines. Oh yeah, the Philippines have a big car scene too. It's just cool because they make all the parts there. You can get Thai parts cheap.
What's really funny is one of those cars could feed like 300 families for a year.
Yeah, there's got to be business like high-end businesses though. You know what I mean? There's always the rich somewhere.
Yeah, it's just the 1%.
I wonder what's the average salary of a Thai job?
In the north, you're looking at a farmer, if he makes $300 a month, he's doing really good.
U.S.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
That's why you can go there and, I average $10 a day to eat, $10 a night to go out, and the rest of the $1,000 went to pay for my electric, my water, my rent, my internet, my phones. You can live comfortably in northern Thailand for $1,200 to $1,500 a month. And that's including your food.
Yeah, man, Captain. It's crazy what Captain gets for really cheap. All the meals you get.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, man.
Even in downtown Bangkok, right across from the Emporium where you have Louis Vuitton and all that shit, you can still get chicken fried rice for $1.30 a fucking plate. basically 40 to 45 baht.
Hmm.
And you can sit there and look at the mall that has Louis Vuitton and Chanel and all those big companies, high dollar ticket items.
I want to go to
And you
Japan.
right on the street, you've got food that you're buying for $1 or $2 for dinner.
Like
A meal, I should say.
I really want to go to Japan.
Where?
Japan.
Japan's a little more expensive.
Expensive there, yeah.
Um,
Shit, they were paying 50, 60, $80 US for a gram of weed.
That's fucked.
Yep. But it's really illegal.
Yeah.
just want to see. Yeah, I would love to visit. Be cool to go there and get actual Japanese Pokemon cards from Japan. It'd be cool to hook up with someone from Japan to actually get them to ship me shit.
Actually,
Oh.
to tell you the truth, Smash, I had a friend in Cincinnati. I met him through the person that ended up buying my comic book and baseball card shop. And
Wow.
he was in the military and he learned Japanese. And since he was in Cincinnati, he got in on when they opened up the warehouses and started selling like the leftover guns for Star Wars, the lightsabers and shit like that. He took a lot of that stuff in the mid 90s over there in the late 90s, and he got hooked up with the Japanese mafia. And he had to take X amount of Pokemon card cases a month.
Oh, you
And
take.
they were like $130 a box.
It's a good price, depending on what comes in it.
Yeah, it was because this was like 1996, 97.
That's my life.
So this was like the beginning of Pokemon.
My life of Pokemon. Gotta collect them all.
I wonder where the English ones have to be printed in Japan, right?
They're all printed in Japan.
Good day, Governor.
Interesting.
I tried contacting the company that was putting those Pokemon cards in 7-Eleven, and I couldn't get them to, just sell me the packs. The pack that I showed you, that silver pack, it comes with a drinking cup, but you
Probably because you
had
were
to have a Thai ID to buy them. As a foreigner, you weren't allowed to buy them.
Probably because you're asking for Pokemon cards.
Yeah, they do limited releases all the time.
Like when I go out to California, I'm gonna end up giving Masonic one of the box because I broke down the boxes too, and I brought those back. So I've got the cup, the card, and the box that they came in out of 7-Eleven.
Oh, 7-Eleven.
But I think there's only like 10 cards in that set.
You see that picture?
But there is a Charizard.
Oh, I didn't check.
There's a set coming out that I really want to get my hands on. Like I really, 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 really want to get my hands on it. I've been working towards it. I can get my hands on the Japanese stuff, but the English stuff isn't. It's not even out yet. It's already selling for double.
Good day, Governor.
Never
How's
had
the
sex with
spot
a girl?
today?
Huh?
No.
What you
Yeah.
need to do is just grab a plane ticket to Japan and go. And, you know, we smoke pot. We're outlaws. So, you know, we gravitate towards the gray market, the black market, and that's where you'll find it.
Just follow your
But
nose.
the thing is, hey, we're going to make this deal with you, and you have to take 10 cases every week. But we'll send them to you, but you have to take 10 cases every week.
Start getting them and they're all Pokemon cards, and you're like, what the fuck?
Do a breakout. Start a breakout
Charizard and
channel. Pokemon breakout channel.
Pakichu, Pakicho.
Can we market you?
Cheers,
My
Jeff.
my friend Cincinnati bought a $250,000 house because of Pokemon and this Japanese connection he had.
See, this
And this
boxer,
is like 1999,
it is out of stock.
2000.
20 boxes for 1,400.
It's almost 32 degrees here. I haven't experienced 32 degrees in weeks, guys. Tomorrow I'm gonna roof on a roof. Crazy. Heat wave.
That's what we're having here in a couple of days after you. Supposed to be almost 50. And then the following day it drops down to like 30 some again.
No, we get tomorrow is in the 30s.
And that's daytime temperature. Nighttime temperature gets a lot colder.
Right. Scrotum lock? Where's the scrotum lock?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's fucked up because like all cards are like gatekept. Where they're getting them from is like the biggest thing. Especially nowadays. Dude, people were following the lady that brings the Pokemon cards to Walmarts around. They literally would follow the lady to
Yeah.
all the destinations.
That happened to baseball cards too in like 90, 91 when Stadium Club was coming out.
Pokemon. Man. Cheers, everybody in chat. What's everybody smoking on? Super pink kush for me.
I don't even know what I just smoked. There wasn't a label.
I found a box of Cellos 92 Bowman baseball. I looked up on the internet the other day. They're like 900 fucking dollars a box now.
Unopened in the pack still, Captain?
Yep.
Wow.
What year were
92?
92. Mike Piazza rookies, stuff like that.
they?
Mhm.
People that are now Hall of Famers. I gotta laugh at that.
Yeah, decades fly
But
by.
I also remember buying the closeout boxes of like 81 with Joe Montana rookies and 86s with Jerry Rice rookies. Those were fucking like $5 boxes when they were in the closeouts. And now they're like thousands of dollars.
Yeah, I'm hoping to go to this Pokemon show tomorrow because I don't want to fucking have to order them. I'm hoping someone has them at a decent price. This is like
Amazing.
$1,600.
Pokemon's really amazing that they've lasted. They just have a lot of holding power, staying power.
Yeah,
It's amazing.
Dude,
25 years plus.
Aw, not gonna answer, I guess. I asked Matt if he's gonna dress up. But the Pokemon show for the Pokemon.
I just wish I would have kept the 4 graded boxes that I had of basketball. I had 88, 89 basketball, which was Scottie Pippen, Dennis Rodman rookies, third year Jordan,
I sold
What brand is that? Is that like Bowman or what's the
Flair,
brand?
Flair.
Flair back then.
Yeah. And when I had them, I think I bought them. I bought all 4 of them. I paid like $1,500 for all 4. And now they're literally like $16,000 a box.
It's crazy, man.
But I had them, they were all graded. They were 9.5s, sealed.
It's like the more money you get, it's like you can just pay more for less, more and more trivial things.
Well, the thing is I sold
You
all my cards for $28,000. And those 4 boxes are worth fucking $50,000 today.
I mean, like
It's
collectors are
like,
fine,
fuck me.
as an investment, but like some people actually like will display them or have it out.
Well, it was COVID is what did it. COVID drove the prices crazy.
Hmm.
And I seen a guy open up a box the other day on Instagram. There's 8 cards. It's $8,000 for the box. It's $1,000 a card.
each card's autographed. And people
Yeah.
get a chance of one-on-ones.
You know how many of like
Can't even
Donruss
smoke them.
was like the first one that came out with like numbered specialty cards. Actually, it was Pro Set in 1990 with the Vince Lombardi Trophy hologram card. And I pulled one of those out of a pack. And I sold it for $350.
They used to have hologram cards in cereal boxes at one point. Like Gil Hodges.
Yeah.
But
In
I'm sure different
1960,
qualities, but yeah,
1961, 62, on the
they
back
called
of
them.
Post cereal boxes, they had baseball cards and football cards. Salada Tea in 1962, 63 had baseball, football, and hockey. Because I used to go up to Canada and I'd see the hockey ones.
Yeah.
But the thing
how's
is
sneakers doing?
today you have brand new cards that are $100,000,
Wow.
$150,000, and the cards from the 1880s have only gone up like 20-30%.
Yeah. My
You
whole
have
collection.
new cards for $100,000. Did you say
Brand new cards for $100,000.
on like what platinum or something? What
No, it's 101 autograph patch.
Yep,
what's one? So
one
it's
of
autograph,
ones.
one of ones. Or,
Could be a 101 Messi, Ronaldo card. Could be a 101 like multiple player autograph patch card. Like yeah,
it should be like a
very
painting. autograph, autograph, self portrait
well. That's kind of like
or
the
portrait.
Pokemon stuff. That's why some of these cards are worth so much money. The new set just got released, and there's an art illustration rare of a Pikachu worth like $500.
Now,
Yeah.
what
There's
gets
so many
me,
crazy things,
okay,
NFTs, and Bitcoin. I mean, well, maybe we should have a Pokemon strategic reserve just in case. And sneakers, it makes sneakers like that sounds reasonable. At least you can wear them, if nothing else,
So as
by
of
the size
today,
that you wear.
there are one, two, one, two, three cards over $100 to pull, and then there's the Pikachu EX, which is $449. There's the Latias is $217. There's another Pikachu for 132, and then
I'll
there's
give
a
you $0 for none of them. Mine off.
if it's a PSA 10, if it gets graded,
Oh
so
wow.
9.5's worth 600, a 10's worth 1,000, 13 or 1,300. There's been the last
That's so
sale.
hard to get.
There's a sale today for $480.
I'll sell this cigarette butt when I'm done with it for $5. Anyone got five? That's a 550, 550. Here's 715 back. No,
$5 holla.
like $3 Canadian. Eh?
Japanese.
but the stuff that's like from the 1800s, 1880s, that should be like thousands of dollars today, you can still buy for a couple $100. The
Like
problem
what?
I have is with the grading companies and the way that they grade the cards compared to the way that, you know, we did it. We
Wow.
graded cards in the 70s and 80s and even in the 90s is completely different. And I'm looking at some of these cards that grade at 4 and 5. And I'm like, no, that's a 6 or a 7. Because I had a bunch of PSA 1950s cards that were
Cody,
all 8s and 9s. And people are like paying ridiculous prices for 2s and 3s today.
oh, good light on.
Ooh. Ow. Fuck that hurt.
I'm stoned. I can't find my paintbrush now.
That's good. I like getting that high. You're like, where the fuck did I just set that thing down at?
I might chase
I don't
this
know
Pikachu.
how many times I've been looking for something that's in my hand lately. Disconcerting.
I
You
get
don't
a
make a
I can get a
coupon.
booster box for $219.
I can get 11% off at Menards with a mail-in rebate.
The thing about it, when I went to Thailand, I thought I was going to be able to pick up some of this stuff. And the thing of it is they're just not into it like we are here. It's probably because of the money factor. You know, they don't have the extra money to go spend on a pack of playing cards to play a game.
You don't play the games with them. They lock them away in storage. You can't. They lose money when you play them.
So 36 packs for 215.
You like scary movies?
Yeah,
That's
but there's only
$5.
3 cards out of that pack that are going to be worth anything over a nickel.
Yeah. You're really
What?
searching for that one Pikachu or one of the really expensive cards. That's what you need.
Yeah.
I'd rather invest in hobo nickels.
It's like gambling. But I mean, if I
Yeah,
bought
like a
one
lottery. It's a weird
Pikachu,
lottery kind of thing.
Jeff, you ever seen those hobo nickels?
Oh
No.
God.
Oh, no.
Yeah, scroll back and watch the beginning of it, or a little while ago.
It's a homo.
Like the hobo was back in the 20s and like 40s and shit. With engraved, like re-engraved coins and shit. It makes it pretty badass. There's a mushroom one that was, I think I saw God for a second there.
Also check brooms. You have a mushroom-shaped bruise on her face.
um,
So did anyone ever catch them all? How did that series ever come to fruition? Or
I don't know. I don't watch the TV show anymore.
How can I make this free?
I've seen the movie like when it first came to theaters, the first Pokemon movie. I watched it like 10 times.
Huh. So there is a Poke Park. That's what it's called, Poke Park. The Pokemon Park.
Probably.
Yeah, it's in Japan. I thought that was. Yeah, just looked it up. It's actually a good thing to pull up. These pictures are fucking crazy.
It's triple the size over there. Pokemon and stuff. Like anime is so much bigger in Japan and shit.
The rides look kind of for younger kids. Maybe like mixed, though. I don't know. Poke Park. Pokemon, the park.
Hi, boy, Henty.
I went to
are they the
a
ones that came up with Bukaki?
toy store the other day and they had like real GI Joes and stuff in there. Those things are selling for some good money too.
G.I. Joe.
From the 60s.
I had Skull Mountain.
Well, fucking with butter.
Yeah, Poke Park. It's so crazy how some things take off. You know, a whole theme park about them. That's crazy. Imagine it's like Burner's World someday.
Perfect.
I think he
Bobby's
is
World?
doing. I think he is doing
Cookie Land, or maybe just Cookie Land. There's like one little area of it'll be, Burner's Park.
All right.
Hey,
I'm gonna do
since
that.
we're talking about cards, you do know that they did come out with card sets about cannabis and different strains on the cards.
Who did
These
that?
came out in like
I
the
remember.
late 90s.
I'll have to see. All right, I gotta get out of here. I'm fucking tired. I gotta be up early tomorrow.
Later, Smash.
Guys, be safe.
You too, buddy.
See ya.
Later.
What the fuck? Remember butter in the freezer?
People have always liked to look at pictures of weed.
Yeah.
No, fuck
Weed
it.
porn.
It's probably been calendars,
Exactly,
you know.
Captain.
Yeah.
I used to, when I was like 15, I used to have an aquarium that I turned into like just a light box pretty much, where I had like a lamp inside there, and I had a buddy who would give me like he had a subscription to High Times, but he couldn't keep them because like his mom wouldn't let him keep them around. So like he would read through them, and then he would give me his High Times every month,
Uh-huh.
and I would
I've
like
still
take
got a stack of High Times.
I would take the centerfolds out of them and cut them out and like
Right
tape them
time.
on the inside of my little aquarium, and like that was my little cleaning table and everything.
Here you go.
Yep. All the pictures of Jeremy McGrath and Jeff Emming on my walls turned to fucking Granddaddy
Yeah, that
These
Bourbon.
looks
are
familiar.
This is the first issue of High Times. This is the first printing, and this is the second printing.
Yeah, I don't have collectors. I used to have like some from my brother actually. He gave me his High Times collection.
Well, if I can get myself back from Southern Ohio, I have 2/3 of all the High Times from that first issue all the way to 2003.
Guys, you guys been good?
I used to have a stack of National Geographics that was taller than I was when I was in like fourth grade. Got to see
Yeah,
them.
you know what the National Geographics were good for? Was cutting off the back page because of the Coca-Cola ad and selling that for $5 to $10.
Man, you know how many fucking
Really?
scraped up titties I saw in that shit? You know them real dragger ones that are they snagged on bushes and shit. It's pretty rough.
They used to
Pretty
have
rough, dude.
like something you put on your wall. Like it would be folded up, you know, a lot of times.
No, that one that got hidden. But they were like those real like workhorse titties, you know, where they throw them over their shoulder and fucking.
Yeah, yeah. No, this one. Yeah, no, the African issues were yeah. Back then. Yeah, well, that was in the days like Penthouse and Playboy too. So
Oh, I can still remember the fucking swimsuit, Sport Illustrated swimsuit edition that had.
or
I
even
want to say it was
or National Lampoon.
what was her name with the like she was wearing a fishnet bikini on the cover of it. Fucking, I don't know if it was Elle McPherson or fucking Cindy Crawford, one of them.
Something like that, probably.
On like Penthouse or
Couple days later.
God, I remember like the
could have
first
been
time I got community service.
Cosmopolitan even.
I had to do community service when I was like, I don't know, fucking, I was just probably 13 or something like that. Or me and some buddies did some vandalization, some city property. I don't know, trying to be spray paint and shit. But in any case, fucking, we had to do cleaning up ditches. They just go like going out in the country along the highways, you know. And I didn't had no idea that such porn exists. Like there was all these just like hardcore fucking
Around together again.
like I mean, you know, made Penthouse look like fucking
In the forest,
Sunday
yeah.
Illustrated 20s or something. Like it was just shit that like they were like putting whole fucking vehicles inside chicks and shit. I mean, it was just
Like, well, like Hustler
I don't know. It was some crazy shit.
one of the
I didn't know
ones
that
that,
stuff existed.
like, if you saw the movie too, you kind of saw like, oh yeah, with Flynn, Flint, Larry Flint.
Larry Flynn.
And he got shot. He's like handy. I don't know if he's even still alive. But yeah, the movie was good though with Harrelson, Woody Harrelson,
I can't remember if I
about
seen
Hustler.
that or not. Yeah.
And he was just like, no, just get on in there. Put the camera. No, that's what before that was always yeah, it was weird the way things progressed.
Yeah, now there's
Someone talked Rogan talked about with Quentin yeah, it was Quentin Tarantino. It was a good interview. I thought actually. But he talked about how like, there used to be porn in theaters and like how it used to come out and then they used to promote it as like, oh, something for couples to go watch. There'd be like erotic movies and porn movies. And he brought up like Deep Throat, and I guess like, oh, it was um
Pee Wee Herman knew them where that was back.
like big stars would be going to see it, and it was like, oh, that'd be like a news story. Like whereas like now, oh, you really can't. You can't have that. But at least that was the point that they were bringing up. Like, oh, back then porn was more acceptable, but now violence is more acceptable. Not that porn was acceptable then, but people were, trying to make or experimenting. It was new. It was a new art. These guys are artists, basically. Tarantino and other
Now it's just
directors.
stepdaughters getting their hair cut in the washer.
Yeah, it was like Johnny Carson going to see Deep Throat, and couples going to see it, erotic movies, and then it was part of like a romantic evening. Was what he was saying. I don't remember it back then. I don't know. I kind of remember Felix the Cat. I think was it. It was like the first like X-rated animated movie.
The first
and
one
I
for me
think
was
I
that
think they and I think that
Heavy
was like
Metal.
the draw. That was like the draw. I think like oh man, I got to see how the hell do you make an X-rated movie? I got to see that.
My
And
first one was that
not
Heavy
an
Metal.
X-rated movie, but X-rated cartoon basically. Yeah, Heavy Metal I remember too. Yeah, that was yeah. What they call that like a rock animated rock animation or something. They try to come up
Uh,
with new names for things, like Tommy. Also, there's a rock opera.
Rock Lobster.
Now I guess it's on it's on the internet. And yeah, podcasts. This surprised a lot of people that's been pretty powerful, and yeah, just recently, especially. And that was kind of what Tarantino was even saying. He was actually promoting he's going to start a podcast. Him and the other guy, right? I don't know the other guy so much. His name's not as popular, but he's always been there with Quentin. And they actually had a video store together that the two of them ran. I didn't even know Quentin Tarantino had ran a video store for a while. I mean, what? He was just like an ordinary like person, but he loved movies. My brother-in-law is like that. He had a video store, like love movies. He worked for United Artists for a while, and like, because if you own a video store, you're basically watching video, the video playing all the time. You're like, you're watching all the new stuff, and like, and they would say that people come in and they hey, what do you got? What do you think I'd like? And so this podcast, they're talking about like being like another Siskel and Ebert type dealio with Quentin Tarantino being one of the critics and some other guy. The other guy's really good too. I just
Showed
don't
the critic.
remember his name. The other guy's really a well-known director too, a writer.
Remember the show The Critic? The cartoon
Uh,
The Critic?
nah, the cartoon, The Critic.
Yeah, it
No, I
was
know that
what's
David.
his name? One of the guys from Saturday Night Live, uh, John Lovitz. maybe. No, that's maybe I'm wrong there.
I'm not real good with actors' names and movies. And I've seen a bunch, but if you ask me like what the plot was of something from a long time ago, like that, these guys were into it. Like these guys would have like they said during COVID, like these well all connected directors and what they go, hey, let's we'll watch some movie. We'll get together Wednesday night. You want to do that? Yeah, okay. Like that's what they did a lot during COVID.
And their personal fucking mega theaters and their fucking mansions.
Yeah, that's what it sounded like anyway. And they'd get into it. Like they would watch the movie. Like that's what they would do. He would say okay, all right, everyone's here. Like the movie's starting in 20 minutes, no matter what, because everyone's talking and whatever, and just whatever's going on. And he's like, we're starting with this is he was serious about it. And yeah, that's his real love. And he talked about this is kind of something for anybody, especially young people, that like he was basically in the store as a guy in like his 20s running the video store, and he kind of just realized like
I can
if he
remember the
were
4 video stores in our town.
so, somebody, it was like, how do you become a director? He asked somebody this. He said, you don't become a director. If you want to be, you don't work your way to becoming a director. Whatever you want to be, you just start doing it. And it was kind of like fake it till you make it. And you just
Um,
start to like don't think you're going to go from a video store and then you're going to like work your way up like someday writing
I
it.
technically,
You
I,
know,
I technically have 2 director credits.
oh yeah, yeah.
I shot.
Yes,
I
that's
even have.
cool, but you got to keep it going. But yeah, like so, what he moved to Hollywood though. Like, if you were serious, you would move somewhere where the
He already. He
people
already lived.
were
He
that
already lived
live
in
it.
Hollywood.
It's like
No,
anything else, you know.
the guy that I did the episodes for. He already had a pre-existing show that had been on for years. Like he used to put out content every single Thursday for several years, and well, she did. But once she quit the show, he turned transitioned to a woman, and then just quit doing the show.
Yeah, that was like a YouTube channel, right?
Yep,
That you were saying.
That's a
Yeah.
man,
yep.
baby.
Which nowadays may be a way to go. I mean, I don't know where you go in the physical world though to be part of that, but
Well, he was one of
he
the main.
moved to
He was one of the.
Hollywood just so, and he was like
The
helping out.
Bramble.
He was like basically doing like rewrites and correcting scripts of like well known people that were that's how he just started doing it. It's kind of like I guess don't think you're gonna go from a bud trimmer to working a big grow. just start a grow and get it going and maybe work your way up, bigger grow, bigger grow, bigger grow, or something.
I started writing like
Yes.
what was that like a book slash screenplay back when I was 19, I think when I was writing it. It's almost it like still be pertinent today, and I'm imagine there's already been something kind of like it, but like the whole premise of it was like some crazy dude like had all these kids that he raised to be um different thing. I don't know. It's like he would raise one kid in a box and like teach him nothing but like words, and they were like ended up being like like a fucking poet or like a Nobel laureate type, like just wordsmith or whatever, fucking, and like someone else would be like a fucking I don't know, but then like it ended up being that he got like a contract with the government to where he raised these kids to just play video games, and they became like and like this was back before like the Call of Duty craze and all that shit too. It was one fucking it was like two 2002 or three or something like that I was writing this, and like it was where these kids would be playing these fucking first person shooter games, and when in reality like a lot of their missions were actually real life,
Yeah.
Like they were actually
Or
controlling
that
drones
that
type of
movie,
thing with the
that
pilot
Hollywood
doing it.
movie.
It was one that it was a book that I was writing and I never actually finished it. But
Oh,
like I say, I
okay.
imagine
Yeah,
it's
because
kind
there
of
was a
been
movie
done.
like that.
Yeah, I'd say I'm sure it has been done, since then. I know I mean, but
Yeah.
yeah, like I had a fucking thick ass, like I was fucking
Now it's crazy. Now it's actually
pretty
real.
deep.
Fuck. I was just looking at some of the footage from actual
Well, with
battles nowadays with the drones.
the new the new Neuralink guy, like patient number 2 or whatever,
Yeah.
they say like, I should almost watch it over again, but he was explaining like playing like Call of Duty or something like that with his
P2, I
mind,
think they call
and he said that it was so intuitive and so like he was just like punishing the score, but like he's like you can't
it.
miss. When
Yeah.
you look at something
Yeah.
and think shoot, it's right there.
Yeah. It's
Like
going to be a
to think
whole
that he's
different.
the second person with that Neuralink, there's no way. There's got to be fucking legions of fucking Halliburton and these fucking super troopers that
You're going to
are these
want it. It's
brain
like everybody's
soldiers.
going to want it. It's like, it'd be like not having a phone nowadays. Like,
Yeah,
you don't have a link?
no shit.
Not even a slow one?
Yeah, my 3-year-old can
Okay.
fucking.
But it makes sense with for like amputees, and I don't know if like there's a new a hand for
Well,
this Optimus,
that's just to
and that hand's
get the
very realistic.
technology out there now.
Well, but it's also very practical for that. So yeah, for someone who's lost their hand and it just has like
Yeah, or if you want to be a
a
super
stiff
soldier,
like in the old days it'd be a stiff rubber hand, and so now you can actually have a hand that's the so this Optimus new hand is very much like
you
a
can
real human hand. Yeah, and with the neural link you can control it
jerk off with it.
in theory anyway.
I'm sure it's been.
Made me laugh a lot tonight. Thanks.
Yeah, it's kind of the whole AI wave has kind of died down a little bit, at least in my news feed it has. Like for a little while there, it was like the fucking singularity is gonna happen tomorrow and shit. Get ready. Everyone's gonna lose their job and we're all gonna.
That drone shit was crazy in war. So this guy was running around his tank. I don't know. I guess his tank was disabled. He was outside of the tank, and then I guess like a mini drone was after him, and it was like chasing him around the tank. It must have had just a small charge, had to be close. They didn't show it actually getting them, but this was like some short, or I don't know if you've seen the drones with thermite.
Wow.
That's like another thing that they use. They've been using that in Ukraine. They just have a drone that I guess they light it before they even launch the drone. And it's just spewing like dripping thermite for, I guess, say it's dripping for like 20 minutes. And so it'll basically burn through anything, burn through steel. Like that's what they'll cut through a
But
railroad
you
tie
can't just
with.
light it on fire.
Well, you got to go maybe, yeah, but you can get it going with like a blowtorch or something like aluminum
No,
and
you need a
steel
sparkler.
powder or
You
a
need a
spark. Yeah,
sparkler. Like,
or
it's almost
sparkler
like
or
a
spark.
welding type heat.
I
Yeah,
forget how they get it going. They get it going those. I thought it was with a blowtorch. I've seen them do this at a railroad. They had to do some repair at a railroad. And yeah, they'll just light this like can of thermite above the railroad tie, will burn for a little bit, and then
yeah.
separates. Like then they can take out a section or whatever. But and it'll burn through a tank, evidently.
Yep.
The top of a tank is usually not very protected as protected.
Well,
Yeah.
in the 80s, you know, being mischief, that was the ultimate thing to do to fuck with someone, was to take a can of thermite and put it on top of their hood and light it on fire. And once you got the thermite going, it would eat through the hood really quick, and then it would just
Right through
drop
the
on
whole
the
engine
engine
block.
block.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it could burn right through the engine block if you
Yeah,
did it right.
you put it
But
right
When I
in the
was
center.
You had enough thermite. I guess you had
Drones.
enough thermite. I don't know.
A
It's
cup,
weird because I just mentioned it.
a little can is enough thermite.
I just mentioned it to
But
someone else earlier today, but like, when I was at that, in 2021, when I was at doing the field of marijuana of cannabis or whatever, it was like 25 acres of the big ass fucking 6 foot tall plants and shit. And I was up. I mean, I'd be up, like, especially when I was first when we first transplanted them into the ground, and I was like running with like a chicken head with my head cut off 24 hours a day trying to get irrigation out to them and shit. So there's a military base nearby where they actually train pilots there, and it's maybe like 45-minute drive away from where that farm is. But and this was also at the same time when the first U.S. or the first congressional hearing on UFOs came out, and so like I'm out there in the field at like 2 o'clock in the morning, spreading out fucking or like reeling out drip tape, and I keep seeing these fucking UFO looking things just like hovering above, like they're watching me, like I could feel someone watching me almost, it's like.
oh yeah, these New Jersey
And I'm
things.
looking up there, and all I could see was like one light, and then it looked like there was like a tail, like dangling from it, like a cat almost. But the tail was made of light, like it was really trippy. Like, um, but that's what I saw was there was always two of them at a time, like within the vicinity. If you saw one, you'd always know there'd be another one somewhere. And I mentioned it to the one of the this military guy out that way, and he goes, "Oh, what you were looking at was predator drones." He goes, "Yeah, guarantee it." He goes, because they have the inverted tail wing that faces down, and then the light that their beacon light or whatever that's on makes it look like it's like it lights up the fucking that tail or whatever. So that's like a way to it almost look like I don't know, it's just a really trippy sight to it, but like once you see it, you can't unsee it. It's like a weird fucking yeah, like they must have like I don't know if they were like training people on what fields of cannabis look like, or if there just was
Well,
nothing better going on at 3 in the morning in their little area that they could,
who knows? I bet a lot of the shit in New Jersey is like some kind of military or some of our guys doing something, some kind of testing,
yeah, but like they were there almost every single night
research.
without fail. Kind of crazy. And like I thought I was like literally going insane for a while there, like that, like especially because I didn't have
Uh,
anyone, like it was a while before I had anyone out there, that like it was just me out there, like I didn't have any fucking
yeah.
friends in that
Uh,
area, so to speak, fucking, and
yeah, probably. Well, the Predator is a big one. I mean, it's the big like one of the
yeah, but they
all-time
were so
ones.
high, like you would never,
And those things are
I never
small.
actually got to see how big they looked small because they were always so high. Like
Yeah,
you would, I
but
think
you're on
I
a
maybe
plane.
I only heard them like a couple times, or if the wind was just right, you'd just hear a little bit of, tum, tum, tum,
Yeah,
tum.
there's that ghost
Uh,
helicopter. I, I talked about that one time. The one that like takes into account like the noise of its environment and the wind direction and tries to approach, I guess, from downwind, so it wouldn't be can't be. And it sounds like it could vary the speed of its main rotor for reduce its speed but be quieter and to come in and
yeah,
it was like it can go into a Pelican case like 40 pounds or 70 pounds maybe and carry it on your back. It was carryable on a soldier's back. And it's some from Anduril, which is actually in the news lately. They're actually teaming up with Palantir now too, which is like big time in the news. And like if you ever bought their stock, like fucking skyrocketed. They're a Denver company. I didn't realize that till one back, not too long back. But yeah, they're doing a lot of advanced automated. They got the rocket. It's the only other rocket that I've seen that can land on its feet, like SpaceX actual full size rocket. But Anduril's got missile rocket, like explosives that can launch, like like so you can launch like two of them, let's say, at something, some incoming missile. So like then one of these Anduril rockets takes it out, and the other one can return and land on its feet, like in SpaceX. And you can see it land like slowly, slowly land on the ground on its feet. This is pretty cool. So like otherwise they normally would have to self-destruct.
This must will
So you
self-destruct.
can reuse it. Yeah, it's pretty. Yeah, from Warf, it's crazy what's going on. And Palantir is like they're probably the ones like they're probably the ones that found a lot of the terrorists for Israel. I'm thinking like in the first few weeks, like 18,000 terrorists were identified, targeted. Yeah, it sounds like Palantir, and I think they're going
Last
to be
one,
used. I think they're going to be used for the immigration thing. They're perfect for that.
Halliburton,
So a little bit I know about them, but
Northrum, Gunthrop, Northrum, whatever the hell it is.
So
Halliburton's
you're going to be
rebuilding, but
walking down the street and these drones are going to be flying above us from now on, taking
fuck that.
pictures of you,
Oh
you
no, it's going to
know,
be little. It's going to
Sometime
be
in the future, in
cataloging,
nanobots.
the way future, yeah,
cataloging where
yeah.
you're at every step of the way.
Well, that's what I think is going
Domino's
on in New
pizza
Jersey, maybe.
delivery.
And I didn't
There's going to be
realize. I don't know.
nanobots that are like the size of like the molecules in your skin, and you can't even see them. And they're in your room right now.
Yeah, they don't have those.
Well, there's one in my
Don't have.
room right now. It's really fucking high.
Yeah, no, they got the iPad. They had iPads, phones. They got other shit for that. You know, they don't even need to do that, right? But
Magic Blue Bush.
some guy got in trouble. He had to pay like a $5,000 fine. He was in Florida for shooting down a drone. I think it was over his own property. It was a Walmart delivery drone. Yeah, they're trying those out in certain areas.
Yeah, I shared some. We were talking about this one night. I don't remember who it was that I was talking with about it, but like Amazon and Walmart and all the big stores, they have all these. They have like pages and pages of patents for these whole drone. It's gonna be like the future plan is like 30-minute delivery. Like now we have next day delivery on Amazon, but like especially in like the big city areas where they're gonna have 30-minute delivery within 10 years or something like that, where they have these like they call them hives, where it's like a big mothership that's like like a blimp or like a big zeppelin
The
that
mothership,
has
yeah, they were talking about.
all these hatches that it's just little
That's
tiny
what I
drones
envisioned.
popping out of them.
That's what I envisioned when they said mothership. I mean,
And
is it the flying?
it'll
It
sound
just
like a
drops these
beehive too, because it's
drones.
all these drones
Yeah.
going.
Well, they've had that in movies or things like that too, haven't they? Or
Yeah,
I
but there's like
forget it.
actual like
The
Yeah,
futuristic one.
yeah,
if I
not
were more
Inception, but
if
like
I were
20
more
years ago.
yeah. If
if I were
they,
more
yeah, if they think of it, they can do it. What's going on right now? Ukraine sounds like a nightmare. If you're actually, you should. This guy was fucking. This guy is being chased around his tank. That he might. That's what I'm envisioning. The tank just got disabled. He gets it, pops the hood, pops the hatch, gets out. He's like having a cigarette or something. Along he hears like, bzzz. Or they actually have these little pocket these things there now. Also, it'll detect if a drone is in your area, and it'll start beeping if a drone is near you. They're showing this other thing that they have now too for soldiers that they carry. They show this one guy like basically trying to bury himself underneath
I'm yeah.
this tree root, this big root, and the drone. I don't know how they got the picture, but they showed the drone like trying to like look for him basically, and the thing's beeping, beep 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 beep, and then the drone flies away, and then you hear it explode, like and you're thinking like, oh man, did it find somebody else?
Yep.
No, it's pretty crazy. Yeah. I mean, all war is crazy. It's just now we've actually started to enter the Star Wars phase.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The drone wars.
Yeah. That's pretty bad. Dropping ball. They don't have the gunships yet. There was some talk about that, but that's bullshit. They're not using drones for sniping. You can't even really even do that accurately.
Yes, you can.
The first one shot, maybe. The first shot, maybe.
Yeah, you can't fire multiple like automatic.
No,
It's
when
got
you
to
see
be
a
one
helicopter or
shot
gun,
and then
aircraft fire,
reset and shot.
now, yeah, you have to let it calm down. And even then, and like usually it'll have to fire to like like a trace around kind of thing, like see where how off it is and fire.
Oh,
But they're
they're
not
not
doing that.
off.
It's not
They're
practical.
not
It's not.
off.
He's gonna carry a bomb or thermite or something like that. Well, it depends how far away it is. But
No,
if you're 100 feet, you're good.
everything is
But
computerized, so it's all
if
calculated out on the
if you're
angles and
200 or 300 yards
trajectories.
away, though,
No, we're talking 6, 7, 1,000, 1,500, 2,000 yards away.
they're not doing that.
I have a
You mean like with
okay.
an actual sniper
So I
rifle?
have a friend that has a rifle that has a scope on it that basically he can reach out and touch anybody at like 2 miles of fucking away.
Yeah, sniper up. Yeah, you can definitely do that, and especially if you like have a stand or a stable
All he has to do is put the
position.
red
Can he
dot
can he do
on
that
the
while moving?
person.
It's hard to do. But one shot you can
Well,
do it,
that's
but you can't
you
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 can't
shoot once and it's just like a sniper. You have to move the drone and then the drone comes back and it can take another shot or it can take a shot from a different angle, but it can't like repeatedly fire unless they get really big blades and engines on them.
I don't think they can do it from a distance. I don't think it's practical. Is really the bottom line. I think
No,
it like
it's not.
bringing having a missile or dropping a bomb makes a lot more sense.
Well, they shoot missiles.
I mean, maybe a plane it is more stable, but like a helicopter, um, is those things you can get like inches of deflection
Well, you don't, a
from
drone
like
doesn't
a
have to be a small thing. It can be like the size of a car.
inch and a half diameter round. It's like what
Oh
something like a big
yeah,
helicopter might fire, or like a warthog or something like that. Those are made to like take out like large, like like a big
Tanks.
line of a line of tanks, like not an accurate like just one. They're meant to like just like blast away and take out a whole row of tanks but
Well,
a
see,
warthog or something like that's
soon,
gonna be more. That's made to go slow and low also.
but see,
Um,
those are going to be eventually, they're going to be non existent. Everything is going to be controlled by like a PlayStation 2 control.
can be controlled by like a PlayStation 2.
you can have a
You know,
gimbal on a camera to keep it pretty stable, but that camera is not doing anything. That camera is like recoiling because you know A rocket doesn't have a recoil. You drop a bomb, it doesn't have a recoil, but you fire a bullet that's made to build up pressure inside the barrel, shoot out to something solid, and there's a
That's
recoil.
why that's why I said you couldn't like multi-fire, but you can do single shot, single shot, single
Yeah,
shot.
yeah. Because after that first shot,
That's what she
even
said.
during the shot,
Is there a
there's a
guy in
lot
the
of
bushes? I don't know.
there's a lot
Red
of
team go. Red
deflection
team
at the end
go.
of the barrel. I know this from experience actually. There's actually a problem on the Apache helicopter. It was like
Yeah.
yeah, like 6 or 8 inches of deflection. Some of those guns are actually so powerful. I've heard like if they were able to fire constantly, you would slow down the plane. So like you couldn't fly because
That
of the
one's Marshall's car.
recoil. I mean, a
Or his
rocket,
dad.
you drop a rocket or like a rocket on an Apache, the rocket pods are open in the back. Throw a fire and the rocket just takes off. Thrust comes out.
Yeah, there's nothing for that rocket to, the
There's no,
rockets
yeah.
drop and they take off now.
Sometimes
You
they'll
don't
do,
need
yeah,
a
missile,
pad.
yeah, right, yeah, you have like exploding bolts, release
Have you guys
the
ever seen
missile, and then it ignites. Doesn't even ignite unless it's separated from it's where it's being held.
who's the captain on Star Trek? Fucking who played
Kirk.
him?
Which one?
Um
There's like
well
three.
the original one. The one with Spock and fucking
Captain Kirk,
yeah.
William Shatner, which sounds like a form of defecation.
Yeah, I was gonna say, have you ever seen William Shatner's spoken word version of Rocket Man?
Oh God, Lucy, Lucy in
Oh,
the sky with
Rocket
diamond.
Man.
Picture
Rocket Man.
yourself on a boat.
There was some ridiculous ones. There was some really bad
Never
ones.
seen
Yeah,
Lucy in the sky with
there
diamond.
was who was Weird Al Yankovic.
Yeah.
He had some like he had some kooky songs too, like just in other ways. It wasn't terrible. Like yeah,
I
Shatner's
was
was
a
unlistenable.
I was a Weird Al fanatic back in the day.
That's not even music.
I remember when Al
Yeah,
TV came out. I thought that
Ah,
was
yeah.
no, I think there
much
was like
better.
something like tiptoeing through the tulips. That's more the lines of like
That was Tiny Tim,
yeah.
Yeah.
and it was actually a cover
Exactly.
song. I actually just watched Tiny
That's
Tim
kind of like
his
Captain
debut on
Kirk.
the Johnny Carson show. Maybe it could have been Letterman, but I think it was Carson. And then like he just went up there and fucking did his little thing, and
Little
he did.
ukulele or something. Didn't he?
Yep, yeah,
Is
he
that
did.
what he
He
had?
did tiptoe to the tulips, and then he also did what was his other one that he
Still, Tiny Tim won't be coming home this Christmas. Still,
oh,
Scarlet Type Cookie down.
that tip to the tulips. There was another song that he did do, and I can't remember.
Oh, through the tulips. Ah, yeah. Ah.
Another Minnesotan for you there, then there. Yeah.
What a chode. Fucking thing. Fucking remote rule.
Went to a Christmas party, kind of a Christmas party this week with a garden club. And talked about my wife got me to go to them once. This was like the second meeting I went to. It was pretty cool. And yeah, it was a good time. I was at somebody's house nearby. Really nice house. One of those houses where like there's no 90-degree edges or there's no corners anywhere either. And it
Wow.
was like a 30-foot high ceiling or something like that, you know.
Like floating islands and all the kitchen and shit.
Yeah, it had a big island. Yeah, like that's not too uncommon. It wasn't like with this. Yeah, I mean, that's not too uncommon. They had a wine cellar, and it had like parallel hallways. Like usually it's like one hallway, main hallway from one end of the house to the other. No, this had another one, at least one other one. Actually, now I'm thinking about it, it was actually like three.
Whatever.
That's like the maid's hallway, so they can do all this
It's
shit. And they,
weird. Well, one of
yeah,
them went past the wine cellar, which was weird, and I knew it was a wine cellar because there was a sign above it. It was like kind of a glass door on the inside, you know, indoor interior door, and it said wine cellar. So I was like, okay, it's wine cellar. And then one part of the house always had music playing.
back
That's
like
where
15
you'd
years
find
ago,
me.
Yeah, I'm thinking, yeah, if you
like
have a big
15 years
house,
ago,
two
Bill Gates'
people.
house would Bill Gates' house had and this was I think 20 years ago, damn near, or maybe he had there was biosensors in each room. And so like whether it was like if he would walk in the room, all the pictures would change to the pictures he liked, you know, all the pictures on the wall, and then the lighting would change. Maybe the temperature in the room would change to his like, and you know, everything would be customized to him. And but then if his wife were to come in, you know, if she had override powers over him, then everything would switch to her. And like it was like that for every room when like they were walking.
You
It
did
was just
override.
crazy.
No, yeah, I remember hearing something like that. And he'd have parties, and like guests would have badges too, and they'd like, oh, select like what kind of music you like or something. Or people that would stay at that mansion.
Fuck, I remember when.
Yeah, I remember when
Actually,
he
it
was
hasn't been that
building
long
that.
now that you can play the jukebox at the bar with your phone and shit.
Now pretty much anyone can do everything on their phone. Control that. I just bought a Shark robot with these robot vacuums. Man, it's so much better than my iRobot, the old one,
Oh, I'm sure.
which I think was the first one. And Shark's a good brand. So I always heard good stuff about them, Shark Ninja. And I guess they're all really good now. This one's it's really cool. It's got a little rotating laser on top, and yeah,
There's an episode of The
and
Simpsons
it's got an
during the
app that
future.
maps. After it vacuums, it shows you the path that it took, like where it got, and it's
There's a
really
future
it doesn't
episode of
get
The
stuck.
Simpsons. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. Well,
There's a future episode of The Simpsons where there's a party at Bart's house, and it shows him and Mrs. Hoover on and like she comes up from underneath the sheets in the bed, and Bart looks at her and goes,
Yeah.
"Now I know why they call you Mrs. Hoover."
Uh,
well, at least she wasn't called Mrs. Shark. I don't know what she'd been doing down there. Then. Might might be some damage after that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's amazing. Like this technology is just working its way into everyone's hands.
Haktua
The
coin.
robot, it doesn't get stuck. It goes back to its state docking station and empties itself into this bigger bin. All the like, even if it might it detect if like once in a while it'll go back on its own and just empty itself. Like, oh, it got too filled. Like it empties itself and then it goes back to where it was. And continues.
You know, it's just plotting the best ways to kill you, right?
Oh yeah,
You
that
got
was one of the
one
features. Also,
side.
that was like one of the features that it doesn't have a like a camera or audio. Yeah,
Best
no,
way
They,
it's
to
you know,
use
weird.
a
what they
Android.
can do is they can log into your Wi-Fi and they can actually do imaging from your Wi-Fi signal. Because your Wi-Fi is bounced around your house, and they can like
It's
get a
got
hold
this
of that
laser.
data. It's like a bat with like echolocation, where they can like see what's in the room from
It's
your
got like
router.
this little Google car, basically, is what it reminds me of. Like this laser rotating on top of it, like as it's like going around your house. Like once in a while, it stops and just spins around, like it's
We use a laser.
scanning
I
the
use a
room.
laser level at work or at transit. They
That's
call them
what
all the
can't
times.
work with freaking lasers.
It's got other things too besides the laser, like probably
Lasers.
sound. It uses ultrasonic and yeah, and also the
And
Wi-Fi. I think also like yeah, where in relation to the home base it is.
I don't know. It's got it spots shit out. They once the power AI is behind them, it's just gonna be
Yeah,
fucking
but
crazy.
I've given that up. What do you want to? I mean, hey, a robot vacuum is pretty cool. So all right, so I have to give up my
it just
privacy like that. It's worth it.
they also have ones, I don't know if you've seen them, but they also they're like a mop as well, a wet dry one.
Yeah, this actually has some little mop attachments, sonic mopping, they call it,
Yeah.
where like it
It
vibrates. I think
vacuums
it's
at
a,
first and then it mops behind it. Which is crazy.
yeah, right. It vacuums first, yeah, and drags them off. Yeah,
They've got
exactly.
I've
I
seen
like
like those those
And
concrete
rotate
skimmers,
and
whatever they call them,
vibrates the mop.
like
I
those
haven't tried
concrete
it.
ones that like have like three fan blades on the bottom, and like the guys can drive them around to like finished concrete slabs. I've
Oh
seen
yeah.
those things with that
I
were just computer.
was thinking of the sweet street sweepers first, but yeah, they have those things too for the concrete.
Or
I've
like they've got
never
this crazy
seen
Yeah.
shit
one of those.
where they have these setups that'll put on a tractor where it's like this big boom that like stretches out like 20 feet on either side of the tractor. And it's just got like a million cameras on it, and the cameras in ultra high speed, or like the tractor's probably going around like 15, 20 miles an hour, something like that. And the camera will like it'll take an image of what's a soybean and what's a weed. And by the time and then it's got like this big box on the back of it, and it like shoots electrical sparks out and like fries the weeds behind it as it's going along. Fucking crazy. I saw one in like in fucking it's like a few miles out of town here.
oh,
And I had to look up what it was because I had no idea what the fuck this big thing was this guy was doing in his field. Or like
That's
a big thing
crazy.
now too is drone services for spraying chemicals on crops, where they'll have battery powered drones that they just
Yeah, it was just something about a sprayer drone that I saw like an article about it. Like, yeah, I guess they're becoming more popular. Like, yeah, just buy one.
yeah, like I've seen I watched there's a guy
And,
called
like
the
utility
Millennial
drones.
Farmer. He's a guy that is like a soybean and corn farmer that's just like a few miles down the road from me here. He's like YouTube famous. He's got like over a million followers. He had an episode where they had a guy come out and map his fields out and spray them and shit. Kind of neat for all the chemicals involved in it, but just the imaging that they can do too of like your crops, and they'll be like, oh, well, the top of this hill fucking needs a little bit more potassium, or this one needs a little bit more of this and that. Even though they're doing it like the backwards fucking egg way, just giving it salts and shit, but crazy. It can just from
Yeah,
all the images it takes can
just looking at
tell,
it,
what's
like
wrong.
different spectrum too. You ever see any of those pictures where you can see,
Oh yeah. Yeah.
things about the
I
plants?
remember there's always rumors that like that the cops could like detect your grow because like the weed plants would put off a certain heat signature or something like that.
They do.
I mean,
The lights do.
Well, Minnesota, if you got it, you're the one house that has the fucking no snow on your roof.
Yeah. Yeah, a vent pipe somewhere.
That's why I always
Mm-hmm.
put it in the basement.
Oh fuck, I can't find it.
You put in the
Damn it.
basement, you don't have to worry about one part of your roof not having snow on it.
Oh, wow.
A lot of people that will grow in the basement and then actually grow in the soil underneath their basement, or like, or does that get into like radon poisoning type fucking issues?
Yeah, maybe here. Yeah, Colorado's got radon. Like this has
I've
a
always wondered
you have to have a
that.
radon abatement system, which just like constantly just draws air from underneath the house. I think we did a test once to my wife did a test. I think it was actually a little bit high inside in the basement. You buy these tests to measure it, see if everything's working. But
Wi-Fi down. Mm-hmm.
we're doing what we can. So how about those quantum computers? Speaking of like new technologies and future and
Yeah, I
bullshit
don't know, man.
also.
Once
Like uh the talk about like, oh, this proves like other worlds, multiple worlds, many world
many
theory.
worlds theory. Yeah, that's crazy. You
But
try to wrap your mind around that. Every word that I just said, like it springs off into a different existence.
yeah, but it didn't prove any of that. Might prove
But it's like infinite, anything you could possibly imagine, and
other
then
dimensions is pretty seem very possible because of like entanglement and like how the fuck does that happen then?
well, time travel and yeah, the fucking it's just crazy.
Some kind of connection in some other dimension or way of measuring.
And then like
Well,
we've
yeah,
never seen it. We
that might
don't
be
like an
possible.
electron is so small that there's nothing else that can be measured against it. And like we don't know what an electron even looks like, but we know so much about other things. I don't know. It's
Yeah,
fucking crazy.
well, yeah, it's one of the basic particles with
I don't even know what a
like the quarks,
quark and a
quarks and
lepton and a fucking
yeah, electron is one,
gluon and
one of the
shit.
basics,
It's
and
spin up or spin down and fucking
the positron
yeah. And then like
is the
I guess
opposite charged
we
electron.
like they say like bananas are radioactive because they have potassium something or other in them.
A little bit, I guess,
But like our bodies produce
maybe.
more potassium than even the banana does. So like we constantly have like particle fucking shit going on. Or I don't know. I'm saying that wrong. But like antimatter and anti quarks and anti
Yeah,
I don't know.
it's always going on statistically.
I don't quite understand electric current and shit even. I'm smart enough to
You're,
know that I have no idea what the actual it's like it's not intuitive to me totally.
it comes out of
Comes out of the wire there.
the energy field though. Is where particles come out of it,
The
like
wire.
the soup.
Well, that might be
The
lying.
ether.
But that's constantly happening. Actually, it's constantly happening. The quantum thing was weird about that. Just one thing, another thing they get wrong about, like, oh, it could be switches between 0 and 1, or it could be both 0 and 1 at the same time. No, it's actually can be
It runs all
Infinite.
possibilities.
Yeah, an infinite
Everything.
possibilities. And, all the things in between 0 and 1.
Yeah,
And like
the infinite amount of numbers between 0 and 1.
7. Yeah.
Like 0 isn't even a thing, is it?
But it is a pretty cool achievement they did. It sounds like. It sounds like they upped the number of qubits they can work with anyway in a stable manner, which is kind of cool.
They
Which
got to have them
nowadays
like
still is just like gibberish. But if
absolute,
if they
absolute
ever get to a
zero and
lot more,
shit. Don't they have to
yeah,
run those at like absolute 0 or like some crazy shit?
between what? Oh, temperature wise, absolute 0. Is
Yeah,
that what you said? Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Uh,
That'll
I
freeze your
see. How
dick
did
off.
they do that one? Oh yeah, they work with yeah, really cold, and they trap they trap some atom, some metallic atom. And the companies have like Google's different than IBM's method. Crazy what they do. They all try to like different methods of like messing with the quantum world.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but this
I
is
used to I just
funny.
like I used to listen to a lot of like Sean Carroll's podcast and fucking who else are some of the bigger like Dr. Keating does a lot of that shit. Friedman kind of a little bit, but I don't know. I saw Bill Nye live at a local college. He looked like a fucking like a 200-year-old sock puppet, man.
He looks really
Just
old now. I saw
just
him in
a bag of fucking
someone
wrinkled
else.
skin and a fucking
Tyson, no,
bow
Neil's
tie.
grass. Tyson. Yeah, his bow tie, signature bow tie.
I
I
bet
don't
that
really like him so much.
I bet he was fucking I can stand him more than I can
He
stand the
used
other
to be
guy's face.
Mr. Wizard back in the day.
Oh yeah, he was full of fucking pep and
He was like Mr. He was like not the science guy, but
oh,
a little
Billy
cooler.
Mays
Or
here.
not as cool, but more like, well, not as doofusy and more sciencey, I guess. Like, yeah, if you really wanted to fucking follow what the fuck he was talking
Well,
about,
now he's big. He's the
learn
chair
how to
of the
make a
Planetary
volcano or something.
Society.
Yeah,
Like his big thing now is to try to get
funny.
explore these
yeah,
fucking moons and shit around in our solar system.
yeah. He's into the money. What do they call
Oh
it? The
yeah, he's all about
financing.
you donate to
Yeah.
us. We'll send you a free gym bag.
Oh wait, there's more.
Funding. Funding is what I was thinking of. Getting the funds.
If
Bill,
anyone would want to fund me, I'd appreciate that. I can always use an influx of cash.
but you got
I'm the
like millions of
highest.
dollars in baseball
Yeah.
cards.
I
Well,
had.
there's government shit that some people are getting for cannabis research and things related.
They ain't giving me shit.
I mean, you hear about how they'll spend money on like the weirdest things. $800,000 to study the mating of like some frogs or something in some specific place or something.
To study whether like some of the CIA spending shit is crazy. Like trying to get cats to be spying. I don't know.
But yeah, if you write up a proposal, well enough, and you get some names behind, it, and you actually have like a purpose. There could be a purpose that could be, there could be something there. And
What I've just watched.
if you can write it down, and then the government funds it, and like, yeah,
Yeah, I was saying if you can write it down,
19 out of
I just
20
watched
are crap, turn out to be crap, but they get something out of 1 out of 20. or 1 out of 100 even like discovers cure for some kind of cancer or something.
I just watched a crazy ass documentary about patent trolls and about how if like one of them goes after you, you're fucked. Like there's nothing you can do about it, and you're gonna either spend $1 million to fight it or spend a
Yeah,
100 grand to make it go away.
yeah, yeah.
And like
That's like
they'll just have the
that
most vague
reminds.
patents. Like it could be like the act of speech to convey a feeling or something like that, or some, like, or some of them are like, if you post something to a website, then you owe them royalties, and I don't know, it's crazy. But they
There are companies that just accumulate patents and they'll sue people. And that reminds me of the whole healthcare thing and how, you can't fight any insurance company. If if
No.
it if they say if it gets to a point where they're like, no, this is it, take it or leave it, or if you don't do this by this date, I'm going to hand it over to the lawyers, and they're not as nice as me. Kind of had something like that happen. And yeah, it's like, okay, there's no way you're gonna fight any big corporation, but like an insurance company that like has a whole like a full-time team of lawyers, you know,
oh yeah, they'll drown you in
ready to
discovery.
go. Yeah, they're writing up all the documents and handling all contracts and stuff,
Yeah,
and
While
well,
when
they
it
operate
comes
out
to it, and
I
China,
found a
people.
I
they
found
have
a
to fight for it,
glitch
they
in my
will.
bank. My bank has a glitch in it, and I'm caught in it
Yeah,
because I opened up a
that thing.
brand
Yeah.
new bank account with them. And for some reason, when I closed out my account, I got my last statement. It said I owed 1 cent. Well, I went to a different branch, opened up a bank account again because I want them to return the money that they owe me. And all of a sudden, that 1 cent popped up again. When I looked at my statement, that 1 cent was taken out.
It's because someone was trying to see how much money was in your account, and they start at small amounts, then they incrementally get bigger and bigger. So that
But
25 cent
I, I just opened this account. I haven't even activated a debit card yet.
I just had some fraud on my fucking card for the first time ever. I'm waiting on a new one in the mail, and I got to wait 90
No,
days to get my
okay,
$8 back.
let me tell you what you need to do if you ever get like really hit is you have to close that account down and open up a brand new one because what the banks do is they send you the same like debit card numbers just with a different CVV number on the back, which is 3 digits. These
So
people
I
run
got it.
it through a computer, and within a second, they have your brand new number that works with your card, and they
My
can
my
hit
there,
your
my new
account
card is like
again.
has a whole new number on it.
Because this is what happened to me.
Yeah, mine
The
was someone
past
through Medicare
the
fucking
past
scamming.
2 times I've came back from Thailand to the United States, my credit card was hit from my bank and my debit card this last time. Okay. None of my other credit cards were hit, only my bank. That's fucked up.
Yeah, it's screwy. And with AI, it gets even more scary And another thing that even gets more scarier is that they're they're going to be able to find things in the future. Like right now, you think like, maybe you just somebody does something that I think this will never be found out. Like, oh, in the future, like they'll have technology that'll figure it out. Like some like people doing shit with Bitcoin, let's say, and other shit.
Well, they know where Bitcoin goes now.
Those the Indian scammers.
That was the whole thing. You use Bitcoin and you can't trace it. Well, they can trace that now.
Yeah, somebody just got in trouble for that. I'll say so. An article like millions of dollars. He had like multiple like Coinbase accounts, like I think like hundreds even, and even he was. They say like he even met somebody in person and like got cash and did some kind of Bitcoin exchange. I don't know. Here's the number. Write down these numbers or something, or I don't know what was going on, but they somehow they tracked that. So they can track things even now. And I guess geolocation
Your phone.
and Coinbase is like you're not even really using Bitcoin then. Just it's just staying internal. It's more like the like digital dollar, which I don't know what happened with that. And that makes some sense, the whole too much
It
into the
is
whole
going to be. It
like
is going to
Bitcoin
be
thing, but
digital dollar
well, that makes more
because
sense than Bitcoin, some kind of reserve of Bitcoin that like
over in Thai,
states are talking about now. Even what the fuck is
over
that?
in Thailand, you have your bank account. It's linked to your phone. You take a scan of a QR code. It brings it up on your phone. You hit yes because it's already got, how you put in how much you want to pay that account and you hit a button and that it's instant. I mean, you sit there at Subway in downtown Bangkok, and I use my phone, my bank in Thailand, to pay for everything. I scan the QR code, and the girl's computer beeps and prints out a receipt because it just
Yeah,
got paid.
that makes more sense. At least, like, actually, no, you can't stop the future from coming anyway.
I
Um,
think it's awesome because when I was able to do that,
as long as you still allow
life in Thailand
physical
became
money.
so much easier.
Yeah,
You didn't have to carry around paper money, you know.
yeah. But
Oh,
as long as they don't outlaw paper money.
I owe you X amount of dollars. Well, give me your QR code. Okay. Send me their QR code. I fucking hit the scan on it and my bank pays them. I put in the amount and I hit the button. It's instantaneously. It's perfect.
Yeah, yeah.
You
Digital
know,
dollar makes more because Bitcoin never can't be a currency.
no,
It's too much overhead. Because like if you
there's
keep it
no
all on
overhead
coin,
because there's nothing.
yeah.
It's a
If you keep it all on
computer
Coinbase,
algorithm.
well, somebody gets paid for doing the calculating now.
They got paid one time and they get royalties, but they have to update it and keep it going.
Oh, in Thailand, you mean?
No,
In Bitcoin, you still have the miners that have to. do the bookkeeping. You get paid a bit. You can't trade Bitcoin without paying an overhead. Not like handing a dollar to somebody else, or like using a credit card. Maybe somebody has to pay somewhere, a merchant or somebody. So yeah, you can. I mean, yeah, you can use it as a convenience thing. It makes sense for banks, I guess. International banking, overnight banking, just transferring large amounts of money, maybe through some kind of system like that. I mean, I don't know. Like, I'm no expert in this shit, but anyway, seems like a digital dollar makes more sense than a Bitcoin reserve. Doesn't seem like it almost seems like, oh, let's do a Pokemon reserve.
Yep, exactly. The digital dollar, yeah, that comes out of your pay because your pay is directly deposited into your bank now. So your bank has all that. So, we have paper money, but really most business is just done digitally. There's no transfer of, $100 million in cash.
Right. And it all gets wrapped up in debt also. Debts between countries.
You know what? I would be better off right now if I owed like 30,000, 40, 50,000 dollars on my credit cards and shit like that and other debt. There are so many federal grants out there that will help you take care of that than someone that is doesn't have any debt but really can't work and is getting $0 from the government.
It probably is. Probably someone at this party was handling a food bank here in town, and she was saying, it's actually pretty generous. But then she brought up, there's not a lot of low cost or low cost affordable housing shit. Some Trump for it. But I was like, oh well, this isn't. What about these like apartment condo things? She was like, oh, but they're not like Title 9
Yeah.
and Section 8, whatever all that's about. And she was saying like, oh, it's a hassle for landlords to like you got to apply, and I guess you get inspected then before you can even have tenants, and then so it's like tenants that qualify for like Title 9. I think they pay like 90. The government will pay 90%. The people pay 10% of the rent, and and it's got to be like you know meet certain. I don't know what kind of inspection they go through criteria, but so, I don't know. It just can't. I don't know. I guess it can't be a slum, or I don't know what, but it's a kind of a hassle. So I guess that's why they're not a lot of those in town. She said the food bank though was doing well. She said like a lot of time they spend is like making sure like nothing's it's not expired. The food they're giving out it hasn't expired.
Yeah.
It's like some of the big, so like the guy goes in like say like, he goes in like early and like every day almost like what the hell, how busy can it be? He's like, I'm checking these days and I don't know. And they meet with people to like get donations, and then also they're meeting with like some schools to like somehow set up families to receive donations, and I don't know what they're doing. and a lot of just like storage of food. I don't know, they said they're doing good, so that was good to hear. Anyway, it's probably not really healthy food. It's not fresh food anyway, but it's good.
It's food that's
Pantry food.
about to it's food that's about to expire that the company can write off.
I've heard that. Like the things they get, yeah, it might be like ready to expire in just a few days. Yeah, that's I was talking to somebody about that. They said the same thing. Like, oh, they spent a lot of time checking, and yeah, they said, they'll get it like it'll expire in 2 days. I guess that's why they need like to set up these like okay, who's it coming in from, and we got to be able to get it out. We got to have that flow all lined up, ready to go.
Oh,
They know it's not going to last long. Some of it probably does, though. Some things can last for a long time. But yeah, I see what you mean with the write-off. And then when things, I don't know how if they write it off or not, but I know around here, in Colorado, there's a big animal like refuge, and they'll take a lot of tigers. I think from that tiger guy in Texas. People have weird animals in Texas, from what I've heard, or they'll have pets or just have a lot of animals like tigers and or from other zoos. And so this refuge will have a lot of animals. And you basically can walk on this tall steel bridge above the sanctuary and see the animals. And they charge a little bit, whatever. And they take care of the animals,
Unite.
but they get a lot of food that's donated to them. But that food's expired. So that food can be expired, but that they get a lot of donations. They said from like Walmart and other places, and they said they don't really have a problem with food. They get it's like they just feed it. They just put it out there frozen. They get it and they freeze it, and then they put it out for the animals. I don't know about in the winter time what they do, but in the summer they just put it out frozen. They said, yeah, like a frozen turkey. I just see after Thanksgiving they get a lot of a lot of them. All right, let's donate it. But that's cool. It's good they do that. I think maybe they have to go and pick it up. And then maybe there's probably at least a charity write-off. Probably some kind of write-off. At least it's a good thing they do.
There's
It
always a
shows
write-off if you're
social
giving
goodwill.
something away.
Yeah. I mean, he's come. Maybe it was also like just like, hey, if you come and take it, like, hey, get it off our hands. That's something too. So anyway, the food never goes totally bad. So, just and then ultimately it can always be composted. At least I hope that's what they do with vegetables and produce. Probably not. I guess it just goes into the dumpster in the back. I don't know.
All goes into the landfill.
They can probably donate that as much as they can also to animal places. I mean, I guess they eat vegetables too, but otherwise, yeah, landfill.
Yeah, but the thing of it is, think
Maybe
about
not in
that.
California. Maybe California compost. What was that?
Just
Landfill?
think about though. No, think about that though. If they're feeding animals things that humans wouldn't eat, why would we want to feed animals that we eat that?
Right. Well, if it's just expired.
Well, what is just expired?
And
I
these are like,
mean,
and these are
if
like
you drink
tigers also, and
expired milk and what happens? You get
hyenas.
sick, you
Yeah,
know? So
yeah.
if the animals are eating something that's expired that would make us sick, wouldn't it make them sick too? Okay, maybe they have a different metabolism that allows them to eat something that's a little bit rotten, but you know, who's saying that that's not showing up in our food now?
You always hear they have a stronger digestive system. They drink water that's stagnant, got things in it.
Yeah, but if
They
it's
worm.
still
I mean,
got
yeah, they
mercury
naturally
or
have worms and whatever.
strychnine in it, like wells do go bad and they end up with
Yeah,
strychnine in them.
it's not good.
The animals die too, not
Hey,
just the people.
I make dog food myself for my dogs. So I hear you. No, I checked even like the kibbles because we actually still do give him some kibbles also, just to make sure he gets everything well rounded. Um, and yeah, they put salt in, which is bad, like just one of the ingredients. And they don't say they don't give a full nutritional breakdown like they do for human food. They'll list some things. But then in the ingredient, they'll say the ingredients, just salt, like which
Well,
is
on the
yeah,
farm, that's what we put out for the cows were salt licks.
yeah. They could get enough though.
Get that sodium.
They're sweating though then too, and that's something that like it may be more than sodium, but that's something that like they get drawn to when they need it, or I mean they may even eat. I mean, I've heard of them eating soil. Animals, at least if they smell the right minerals in it, that they feel, I don't know, their body tells them to eat it. You need this. Yeah. I mean, just a dog eats just about anything. I mean, wild
Cat,
animal.
a cat does, a bird does. Anything to survive, right?
Good.
Oh,
There we go. Well, guys, it's about time that we start wrapping this show up. Who wants to go first?
I'll go first. Thanks, Steve, for having us, Fumador. Good
Appreciate.
seeing you, Jeff.
Yeah.
Brian, as always.
Thanks, Captain.
Everybody out in chat. Hope you had a good night. And we'll actually see you later on. Peace.
Right on, Captain.
All
Soft
right.
call
Well,
or Jeff?
Ryan, or well, middle of the month. So yeah, we still got some time before the end of the year, and next year coming around. And this week we'll be listening or speaking to you on Tuesday. Thanks, D. And
Yeah,
Ryan, it was
man.
good talking to you.
Thanks for coming and hanging out, Jeff.
Keep painting.
Uh-huh.
Thanks.
Hardcore. Go for hardcore. Oh, you might not be there. Pretty cool wheel though. Alright, I'll go. Thanks everybody for tuning in. I can't see chat. My internet's down over here. Something screwed up. I have to go look at it before I go to bed. I think it might be the router. Anyways, I hope everyone has a great night. Like Jeff said, don't forget to tune in Tuesday, 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, 7 o'clock Pacific, on the Fumador and the Flavor channel with the pre-show. Before that, on my channel, which is, let me bring it up just to make sure I give it to you guys right. That's what she said. Come on, you mother chode. Oh, that's why. Alright, it's not working. Anyway, I believe it's dzombies underscore 793. But tune in Tuesday and I'll confirm that with you guys. Hope everyone has a great night. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Thanks to Philly and thanks to everybody that was blah, blah, blah. Thanks to everybody that was hanging out in chat tonight. And thanks to everyone that came and hung out in the panel. Jeff, Smashed, Captain, Hardcore, of course, Fumi. I hope everyone has a great night. See you guys Tuesday. And remember, if your women don't find you handy, at least you can give yourself a hand. Or something like that. Keep your stick on the